Hey everyone, you're about to watch episode 1 of the 7th Hour podcast. And before we start, I wanted you to go check out our Patreon. It's the only way we're going to be able to keep doing episodes and cool new content. So go to patreon.com/7th Hour pod and you can support us there. Enjoy the show. All right, we are here. We are live on the 7th Hour podcast.
What episode?
The very
what
first
episode is it?
episode number 1.
Her maiden voyage.
The maiden voyage,
Maiden
ladies
voyage.
and gentlemen. So now this is a learning experience. Obviously, this is the first time we've ever done this. So we're making it up as we go along. We're learning as we go, and my goal for the podcast is obviously just to have some fun, tell some stories, talk, learn about each other. This particular podcast, I wanted my first episode to be with my quartet mates.
Wait, who are you?
Midtown Bros. Mm-hmm. Who am I? I'm in First Take, dude.
Tim got really quiet the second the podcast.
Seriously.
Chatty like a couple seconds ago.
That's okay. I'm just measuring my comments.
Everything has to be calculated now. No. But yeah, so we're going to do some fun stuff. We're going to talk. We're going to get to know each other. We're going to talk about Tim. We're going to talk about David. We're going to learn a little bit about him and talk about Midtown and the journey that we've come through and how David and Tim have been such an integral part of all of that. We're going to watch some fun videos.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. It's going to be amazing. You don't have to raise your hand on a podcast. Dude.
Hello.
You have your own mic. You
I have
just
a
start
great
talking.
first topic. When you said that word, I talked about it at my office the other day. That do you know anyone that says the word integral as
Integral?
No.
Integral?
Integral.
Nobody. I was.
And what about
you
this?
said the word, and I was thinking, how do you say that?
Subsequent
Subsequent.
No,
versus subsequent.
It's subsequent.
Is there
have
somebody?
never
who
heard
Have you
says
heard
that at
people
your
say
job?
that?
Yeah,
I
never,
have.
never.
Yeah.
And it's insane.
My cousin used to call
Canada?
Certificate instead of certificate.
No.
Yeah,
Okay, now
my
we're
cousin
just-
my cousin
Certificate?
calls pedestrians pedestrians.
Certificate.
No.
Is that a Canadian thing?
Yeah,
Certificate.
that's got to be a Canadian thing.
My stepfather,
Certificate? What is it?
he would say
I can't even say it.
certificate instead of
Certificate.
Certificate.
He also
Oh
said,
my gosh.
Certificate.
"You're familiar with Appaloosa horses? Those are the ones with the spots on the haunches."
Oh, yeah, no.
Mr. Horse King,
yeah.
I'm not familiar.
There's the
Yeah.
horse lord.
Lord.
Horse lord.
He said Horse King.
Tiger King.
I don't know what a horse lord. I don't know the origin.
Horse god.
So an Appaloosa horse is very famous, right? He called them Gallopaloosas.
The Lollapalooza horses.
Of course, makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Gallop, yeah.
Of course.
Gallopaloosas.
So
Now,
horse.
Dave, what do you like to be called? Dave or David?
Typically David.
David.
Or
So we've known you for about 5 years. What do you like to be called?
What should I call
I
you?
always go back and forth. I'm like, is it David? Is it David? I don't know. I've never asked you.
I asked him.
I know you have it because you always just say, "Hey, you."
You know, I just learned your name on the car right up here. So
Still don't know how to spell your last. Can you say your last
I
name
think
for
I can
us?
spell his name. Hold on, wait.
No,
I
no.
think I got it. Let me guess. Because I feel like I spell it wrong every single time.
I let
type this
Siri
out.
spell it for me.
DAV.
Nailed it.
MC M little c big E CH.
Nope, you missed the vowel.
A.
Wait, hold on,
Letters, I
wait.
think.
E-A.
No, I thought it was M little c big E.
A.
There's an
A.
It's
A.
like McEachern. That's how I remember.
I've been spelling it wrong.
So David, tell
Now
us.
spell
about-
McAleesejergins.
CHERN.
Now we all need to spell
Yeah,
McAleesejergins.
spell mac and cheese. On the way up here, I found out through Tim that people have called you Horse Lord before.
People call me Horse Lord.
Can you tell us more
He is the
about
horse
that?
Yeah, where'd that come from?
It's private.
Here we go.
Honestly,
Here we go.
when he said that, I went there. When he
Here
said
we
that in the
go.
car. So who came up with the name?
So about 13, 14 years ago, I did a one-man show called Son of the Horse Lord.
Oh,
Did you write it?
It's based on stories of my upbringing, and fellow Vinny Sestito wrote it based on conversations we had, essentially. And then he workshopped it. He's amazing, by the way. Vinny Sestito is...
Shout out, Vinny. Thanks for watching.
He's on the next podcast episode.
yeah, he'll never listen to this.
Get him on the pod.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, it's based on McEachern. So the Gaelic McEachern is McEach the Herna, which means son of the horse lord.
Now, is this Irish Gaelic or Scottish Gaelic?
Scottish Gaelic, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
gotcha.
So Mac or Muck is son of MacDonald, son of Donald.
And the son of
Jergins.
Lee's. And the son of Lee's.
And the
Jergins.
Jergins.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yes. And is Gaelic for horse, and Ern is short for lord. Yeah. So
Wow.
That's
Very
where it comes from. So we were.
I had absolutely no idea that's where that came from.
Yeah.
I literally thought Tim or Steve Tramack or Joe Cerruti or
Matt
somebody.
Gifford?
Matt Gifford. Or
Gifford.
someone made it
It was
up.
Matt Gifford.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
That's
Matt
genuinely
Gifford
who I
was
thought.
well.
That's
Yeah, I think-
gave it
much
to you.
more interesting than I thought it
I
was.
think
was Matt
Armstrong said it, and Gifford asked him, "Where did that come from?" And Armstrong told him, and Gifford then proclaimed, "Forevermore, I'd be the
You are
Horse Lord.
I dubbed the
There you go.
Your horse lord. Your horse lord.
And then he did the haka.
That's right.
That'd be sick. Now, Tim, where did Waurick come
I have
from?
no clue in the world.
top that.
It's the son of
I
son
mean-
of Ick.
The
Back
son of
in
tracks.
1436,
Now, David,
Donald McDonald, Ronald McDonald. I don't know.
you're still. So, what part of Canada are you in right now?
Currently Toronto, right in the middle. Yeah.
And is that so? Are you still working with Toronto Northern Lights?
I worked with them very little, but before contest I did recently. But this is the first time in a long time. Yeah, just been
That's awesome.
yeah.
You know, a fun fact actually, when you guys won back in 2013,
13.
was it
I think.
13?
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was at home.
Lunch Break was invited to come be on the show, and you guys did your vegetable your vegetable set.
Yeah.
And
Lunchroom.
Who's lunch? Oh yeah.
Lunchroom.
Lunch break.
Anyway, I
gonna
was
be a long
actually
podcast.
I was actually asked to be the rabbit for that performance.
Yeah.
That's
I
really
got to
sweet.
be the rabbit.
Were you
in
late?
that
How sweet is that?
performance. I know, it was pretty cool.
Silly rabbit, 6
Yeah.
foot
So
high ears.
Yes,
That were,
and the stick that got stuck through my.
Were you the
body.
rabbit?
I was the rabbit.
Oh my
Who
god.
else were
I did.
you?
So, a funny story about that. Going on stage, walking. This is international. Walking to the stage. Rick LaRosa, who's going to be the bunny.
The original rabbit.
Yeah, he had no teeth, so for the bunny rabbit. So somebody had a cigarette pack. I said, "Give me the pack." I tore some cardboard off it. This is 30 seconds to showtime, and kind of tore it into teeth shapes, kind of thing.
Chiclets.
And so he stuck it up in his lip. And when he got on stage, we hadn't tested
hadn't
it, of
practiced
course.
that. Yeah.
That's right. So nobody could understand him.
He sounded like he was a mouthful of marbles.
Yeah, poor
And they
Rick.
stayed in.
I lost it up in the back riser. I just lost it.
That's the last minute change
Yeah,
for yeah. Gosh, what a good set that was, man.
That was a great set.
Are you guys still doing like comedy stuff?
Not right now, no. I think
more like brother, could you spare a dime type stuff.
that's right.
The first time I saw Toronto Northern Lights was 2010. That was my first international, 2010 Philly.
The robot set.
The Transformers robot
the
set.
robot set.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
I did the
Very
learning
cool.
tracks for that set, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Back in
That
the
was a
day.
good bit of fun. Good
I
bit
was
of fun.
there.
The
I wasn't.
the
I
Transformer,
hadn't
you
been to
saw
the
the
convention
button
yet.
at the end of the Transformer. So that was the first time that guy could get up was on stage.
Oh,
Wow.
Every time he's struggling and on stage, he's
that's-
like, I'm gonna do this.
yeah.
That's a struggle.
And we didn't tell Armstrong till afterwards. We said, "No, it'll be fine, straight." Then afterwards, he told me, "Yeah, he couldn't. He was the son of one of the
Horse Lord.
members." Yeah.
yes.
Mech.
So one of my favorite memories, David, from you is when we first coached with you, when we got an Airbnb down in Jersey somewhere, on a Midtown rehearsal weekend, and we had just gotten Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was when we first.
Well, how did we even pick him as a coach? Because it was because you
Contest.
us an eval.
you judged our
us an eval.
division.
Oh, it was
eval?
district. No, it was district.
Was
no,
it
it was
no,
district.
I think it was division.
First
No.
contest.
No, because
Oh, no.
we didn't even stick around
We
for
left.
division.
We left because
Yeah,
we
y'all
had to
left.
go. Yeah,
We had to go.
I had
It
to carry
was
that trophy
district.
all
It was
weekend by
fall
myself.
of 2018. You judged our
Mid-Atlantic
district
district.
contest. Yeah, and
Right.
we had such a good time with you in our eval, and we connected with your language, just your approach, especially Anthony, because both of y'all are actors.
Sorry about the swearing. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I don't remember any.
That's when we knew.
that's when we knew.
right.
Yeah, and continue what you were saying. It was about Spider-Man.
Yeah, and I remember when we first got to actually work with you in person. It was with Spider-Man. We had no idea kind of what direction Spider-Man was going to go. Like we had this vision, and Christian had the idea. He came up with the from the Michael Bublé inspired version of Spider-Man, and so we reached out to Aaron Dale, and he arranged it for us like real quick, and we had very little time to get it ready. I mean, like a month and a half before we had to take it to international. So when we worked it with you, we had no idea what to do, and I think it was such a cool thing getting to see you kind of like peel our layers back and expose like our walls that we had up and like all the things that we were kind of hiding behind, because we didn't know really what direction that song was going to go, if it was going to be like just a cool vibe song, or if it was going to be funny, or if it was going to be whatever. And
You gave us the spider pose.
I was going to say, yeah, the spider
Yeah.
pose was the first moment where it was like,
Oh, this is it.
The
Yeah.
arachnid.
yeah, the manly arachnid
that was all
moment.
you.
My favorite part of that session, though, David, and I think about this every time I see you, is after our session, you and I stayed up till probably 2 or 3 in the morning just drinking whisky,
Scotch.
shooting the shit.
It was Scotch.
You know what I mean? It was Scotch, sure.
There's a beep.
There you go, beep. You can give me like a duck sound or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insert here. It's just that's what I love about our art form. As much as I love to work and get better as a vocalist and performer and whatnot, it's those connections, it's those moments that
Just hanging out.
yeah,
and,
it's just hanging out, having a drink and getting to know somebody who lives across the continent
In an igloo.
In an
Lives in an igloo.
Yeah.
up in-
Yeah.
You said snowshoeing. You guys are going to go snowshoeing and build an igloo or something?
Yeah, we're going to build an igloo.
What?
Yeah, we were talking about this.
I've always wanted to build an igloo.
Yeah.
What
So
are you
we're going to do
talking
that.
about?
The guy who has like
What?
a timeshare in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm done with the sun. I go to the igloo.
I mean, he wants to build it in Hawaii.
Right.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
good
All
luck.
right.
You
Literally the
truly
last
be a
place.
miracle worker if you could build an igloo in Hawaii.
Yeah. Well, I'll take you up north and with the wolves and the,
Well,
Ooh,
sounds like a blast.
And all the
I'm
bears.
very excited to hang out with the bears and the wolves.
the bears will be
Fight the bears,
hibernating.
as long as it's not a grizzly. Because if it's a grizzly, I have to lay on my stomach
Cover the back.
and cover the back of my neck and just make sure he doesn't kill
On your
me.
stomach?
Have you
It's not
been to
back?
Have you been to Alaska?
No.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
gut
Yeah,
you.
Anchorage,
yeah,
and
that's where your
I've done a
vital
cruise
organs
there with
They-
Vocal
they-
Spectrum.
They
Yeah.
try to turn you over and gut you.
Yeah.
You lay
Oh,
on your stomach
brown
or your
bear?
back?
No, grizzly bear.
Do you
Or
lay on your
grizzly
stomach
bear?
or on your
You
back?
lay on your stomach
On your
because
stomach,
they're
yeah,
going to
yeah.
try to turn you over and gut you and eat your.
Yeah.
That's what you told us,
So you
right, David?
protect your insides and you wear a backpack, so they go for that.
You wear a backpack?
So they, yeah, they go
Black
for that.
bears, you just
25% chance that
scream.
grizzly bear is gonna take you out.
No reason. Fun facts from.
I was
David
like, yeah.
McEachern.
That's what
The
I've
horse
read.
lord is the
I-
star of the show.
I have not actually engaged with a grizzly. So
Or just
well-
avoid those situations altogether?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I live.
That's
Like,
why
just
I
don't
would
end up
prefer
like
to
a
just
grizzly.
sit on a beach in
Love the
Hawaii.
suburbs.
Yep.
Well, we actually went to Alaska back in.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was great.
Oh my
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It
so
was in
cool.
September
It was
of last
probably our
year.
favorite
September?
gig.
Anthony,
September of
you
last
was
never-
our favorite
You never
gig.
sounded better. Honestly.
Yeah, dude, you sounded incredible.
Your favorite gig, except for all of the other ones you've done.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
None of them
No.
were watching either.
No, because he wasn't there.
Anthony couldn't
was
be
not
there.
Couldn't be there.
So our lead, and this is actually a funny
That's the
story.
first- Yeah.
Our sub lead is Josh Solomire from 3.5 Men, and he was actually KJ and I were. We kind of came up with the idea of Midtown and what we wanted it to be back in like 2013, 2014, right?
A while back.
And so we had one iteration of Midtown prior to what it is now, and maybe we'll talk about that later. But after that iteration kind of fell through, Josh Solomire, we asked him probably 3 times to be
Literally
on lead.
3 times.
I worked with him at Voices of Liberty, so I saw him very frequently, and I asked him many, many times, please sing lead with us. And it just wasn't the right time, all that jazz. And then Nick came across, Anthony.
And they bring it up pretty much weekly. Like, we asked Josh
Every-
We really wanted that Josh
really
Solomire.
wanted
the second
Josh.
choice.
Just
Yeah.
imagine.
Every
Yeah.
rehearsal,
Really wanted him.
I think about it.
In fact, they asked him last week.
It's like, wow,
Right.
God, look at him now.
no, but we love Josh, and
He's amazing.
we
yeah.
utilize him still. So
Yeah, and he's such a stud, obviously, because not only does he just an incredible singer, but he works really hard at learning really complicated music.
Yeah.
Because we don't sing easy music. So like to sub on a show with us is
Yeah.
already
And how to sing it.
yeah, exactly. How to match kind of what we're doing and how we're doing it.
and they're really short songs too.
Very, especially our ballads.
Yeah, exactly.
Pithy.
Just quick
Wham
little
bam.
6-7 minute
10-minute
things. So.
ballads.
Pithy.
But Tim, when did you enter the picture?
With Midtown?
Yeah, with Midtown.
So that would have been in
before
September
David.
of 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came up here. We had a coaching session, an all-day session. That was when I learned that Midtown likes to sing from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And it's like,
then do
wow,
a
I've never seen
podcast.
that before. And then do a podcast after.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so that was in the end of September 18, sorry.
18, yeah.
And yeah, I knew right away when I heard you guys, I was like, wow, this is something special. Really, if only they had Solomire on lead. If Josh was on lead.
But without him, that's probably about an 84-3.
It was.
called it,
I
man.
called the
He did,
score.
yeah.
I called the score 84-3, and that was exactly what you scored.
crazy,
84.3.
right, man.
You do that all the time.
He's
really
such
good.
he's the
I'm
best
Rain Man.
scorer, dude.
You should be
You
a
are
judge.
right, man. And here's the thing.
You should judge.
You kill KJ every time because he how badly he wants.
He
to know
wants
the
my
scores.
score.
I'm like, what would you score that? Like, what would you score that?
40.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how accurate you are, dude.
It's like you're a judge or
Crazy.
something.
Yeah, you should be a judge
I should be a judge someday.
someday.
Maybe I could
So
do
you
it.
you both are judges, yeah?
You mean
Yeah.
Horse Lord and I? No,
I passed the baton.
yeah. So no,
right.
to singing, which is
You
fun.
just became
So I'm a singing
judge.
judge in the Barbershop Harmony Society.
And I just quit.
He heard I was coming in. He heard I was coming in. He said, "If Waurick's coming in, I'm out of here." So, yeah, it's gonna ruin everything.
David, did you step down from the judging?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
We
Was
won,
it
and that
cool?
was it.
That was
Oh,
it.
wow,
He needed
cool.
more time.
That
to
was
build
my
it.
goal
It
in
was-
life. Was
Look,
to,
you got us there, and then it's all just it's time
Downhill
it's
from
time
the-
to retire.
that's right.
Time to set the horse lord out
Got to
to
retire
pasture
on a high.
and
Out to pasture.
to send him out to pasture and
Wow.
green fields of Toronto. No, dude, Tim, I would love to hear from your perspective because you've been our main coach since the beginning. You're the first person we coached with, and I think we all knew right away. I mean, I think one because Nick is such good friends with After Hours and Drew Ochoa and stuff, and knew the work that they had done with you, leading up to their win, and just the impact that you had on them and the influence that you had. And when we were discussing coaches and just kind of finding someone who had kind of like a holistic approach to developing as a quartet, not just singing, but also in connecting with your audience and musicality and just all of the above, you were definitely obviously a top choice. And when we worked
thank
with
you.
you on that first
Thank you.
first session,
That means a lot. That's probably the very kind answer for I just moved 2 hours away from you. So it was
I mean,
an
that was
easy
also-
drive
that was
and
kinda nice.
a local coach and
Great timing.
that was good timing. That was pretty convenient. Not gonna
oh,
lie,
well,
but,
wow.
yeah.
Tim would be the perfect coach, and he just moved 2 hours away.
but
That's true.
I'd
If you
love
lived
to
in St.
hear-
Louis, we would have never coached.
Never.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I mean,
never
yeah,
would've.
That's
yeah.
very
I never got coaching gigs in St. Louis.
And Josh turned them down.
Yes, exactly.
Naturally, Josh
So they
was the first
needed
call.
judging.
We
as
needed
well. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was
coaching.
really, really cool. I mean, your work ethic, right off the bat. And I guess I can say this. When I heard you and there, I just thought, wow, they're going to win this district contest, and nobody thinks it because your score was lower going in.
A lot lower.
And and I think everybody realized that was a low score, and you would improve that just based on the personnel of the quartet. But still, I don't think anybody was looking and going, well, they're going to come in and win ahead of international competitors and all that stuff. And you guys came in and
we didn't think we were going to win.
I thought you were going to win.
We had no idea.
And as much as I love Pratt Street Power, who was the favorite to win, and they won the next year. They're awesome. I just had a feeling you just had that spark, that something special at that moment. That I felt like if you took that into the contest, you would do it, and you did. And then I predicted your 88 in the spring, and I've predicted all along the way.
It's pretty crazy.
2019 was the craziest year.
It was.
I predicted
barbershop
20 what?
2019.
19.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess I count our 20.
18
our
2019
district because it goes
champs,
into
but the 2019 districts, the 88 prelims, and then the surprise medal in Salt Lake City. That was just
There's
crazy year.
there's a video backstage when we had just gotten off stage accepting the Dealer's Choice Award.
Oh, dude. Well, in addition to that, we sang 10th. So we sang last.
Yep.
We just finished Spider-Man. Or was it Falling in
No,
Love?
it was Falling
we just
in Love.
finished Falling in Love.
Yeah, that was the first.
Got a great applause. Then we walked off stage. And then they're like, all right, we're going to announce the Dealer's Choice Award and Midtown. And so we were like, oh, okay. We came back out on stage. Got the Dealer's Choice Award.
Then we came into the wings, and
Stage manager.
I love him, but the stage manager kind of gave it away. He was like, "Oh, you guys need to stay here.
Don't go too far. or
Yeah,
something.
don't go
He
too
said,
far,
you're not
something
going to
like
want to
that.
go too far.
Yeah, and then we're like, we were super confused, so we wanted to be back there with the rest of the
rest of the
quartets,
quartets, yeah.
and we
because
stood
we
there.
didn't want to look terrible.
Yeah.
Like we knew we were going to get fifth. Like that would.
We didn't.
Awful.
I had no
Well, I
clue.
know, but I'm saying
Yeah.
like, if we stayed there, it would have maybe.
I saw
I'd love to see
Main
that
Street
way.
right in that wing after the stage manager said that, and I hugged Tony, and he was like, "Hey, I'll see you in a second." Or
I regret not going backstage for that. I was watching
Oh, right.
because I wanted to see your set from the house,
Right.
And you were the last quartet, and then it was like, should I go back around to the back to be with you guys for the call off? And I thought, there's no way they're going to get fifth, so why would I go back there? And
honestly,
what we all
I'm the most supportive coach, ever.
Stoked.
I'm really in your corner.
We were
I'm
we
kidding.
were like about to pass out because of the finals like call off because we sang 10th, so we didn't think we
Right.
even made finals.
yeah.
Mostly
Oh,
based
the
off our
semifinals.
Yeah, after
No.
semis.
Yeah,
After
after
semis.
semis.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah,
my.
that's
There's a
always
picture
scary.
of me. There's a picture of me holding on to the chair with my head buried, and the second they called us singing 10th in the finals, I probably jumped 10 feet in the air.
Oh, dude, it was insane.
And
Yeah.
Because
so
our first round felt
Was not-
so
it was not good.
bad that we were like, I don't even think we made the 10
I've
based on how
never-
bad the first round was. The second round, we felt amazing because that's when we did Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was a
And we
big
were like,
hit.
okay, that went really well, but we were still like, that first round was so bad, that may not be good enough to make the 10.
I have never, still to this day, seen you as nervous, Anthony, as
I was
before
so
our
nervous.
quarterfinals
I
to
was
sin.
so
What did we sing? Death of the Bachelor
Death-
and
Day in, day out.
Yeah.
Like,
I
Literally
remember
said,
that.
backstage they said, all right, like we got 2 green lights, you guys ready? And the 3 of them went, yep. And I went, no, 1 second. And I left.
Yeah,
I left the
walked
backstage
away.
area to go get one last drink of water.
He walked over to 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I
can't find it.
7th hour to the 7th hour
7 hour
podcast.
11 podcast.
No, it wasn't on purpose. Anyway, so
I remember that very well, like
Yeah.
as a coach trying to be like, all right, when there's somebody that's nervous or somebody that's just, and this was a big thing for you. I mean, this was your first time
was
on
our
the
first
international stage.
And his first time singing
Singing
lead.
lead.
On lead, yeah.
I mean, you've been on international stage before, singing lead and a bit higher profile. Midtown, one of the things you did early on was you established your brand by posting videos on social media. So people heard Midtown there long before they heard you in contest.
Yep.
So there were high expectations.
Yeah, it was a lot of
It was kind
pressure.
of
We're
double-edged
going in
sword
7th.
that-
Like it was.
Yeah, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves for that. But what the worst part too was when we came off stage for the quarterfinals.
Dude, when we love them, but all of our spouses were like,
Dude, I called Emily and I was like,
What happened?
I can't. No, that's exactly what she said. I was like, hello, or she called me and I was like, hello. She's like, hey, what happened? That's the worst. That's the worst thing.
everyone was like,
She was trying to comfort me and I was like, oh no.
It wasn't that bad.
my parents were like, I thought it wasn't,
So
it wasn't your, I've heard you guys do it.
I was
but
the only
think it
one.
was-
Cheerleader Tim was over there being like, "You guys were great," and everyone else is like, "Boy, it was terrible."
I want to talk more about cheerleader Tim. When did we walk out of the house? Tell us that story.
Yeah. So that was the first round, and I knew it was bad because I went to AIC rehearsal, and I was in rehearsal, and I got a text from KJ, and he said, "Was it as bad as I think it was?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Emily just said it was bad, and everybody's
Anthony's parents and
other people. I mean, he just,
Yeah.
And I was like, KJ, don't worry about it. You're gonna be fine. You did a great job. It's gonna be all right. It's your first year. Let's just onward and upward, right? But that sort of carried over to the next. I guess it would have been 2 days later, the semifinals, and I came over to the Airbnb in Salt Lake City, and we're there, and you're singing Spider-Man, and you're working on your set for that. And I just remember you being wound so tight.
Bro, we were on
and you
edge.
weren't singing that well together. You weren't locking chords like you do, and that was the time when I told Anthony, like, would you just smile for a minute? He's like, I don't like to smile. I was like, it's Spider-Man. You gotta crack a smile sometime. But you guys were really in your head, and you were just definitely not on the same page. You were sort of arguing, not badly, but just sort of like, well, this should be this.
Yeah, we were bickering.
And it was just one of those things where I was like, wow, they're just not in a good headspace. And all I remember saying, guys, follow me.
Yeah.
Just come with me. And I'm like, just trust me. And we all walked out into the front yard, and it was
ducklings. We just followed them out.
It was an 80, just exactly. The sheep followed me to the front yard, and it was like a nice day,
beautiful,
81 degrees and sunny. And I said, guys, isn't it a nice day outside? Isn't it beautiful? Like, just take a deep breath and enjoy this nice day. Look at the sun. Don't look directly at the sun, but look at the sky, and look at the sun. Yeah, it was one of those moments where I'm like, just like, how do we get you out of your head and reset? And it did. It worked.
It really did.
You came back in and you were like, all right, let's do it. And you guys, and an hour later, you're on stage crushing Spider-Man.
You're a master at that. Can you talk more about, obviously coaching sessions throughout the year, are intense. We rehearse for 12 hours and whatnot. But once you get to a certain point, you really need to just support what's happening in the moment.
Right. And because I think when you get close to contest or close to anything, a performance, if you're nitpicking leading up to the stage, no matter how good you are, it's going to impact your performance in some capacity because you're going to be thinking about it. You're not going to be thinking about message. You're not going to be relaxed vocally. And so it sort of shifts in the month or less, maybe the last couple of weeks leading up to contest, where it just has to be, because it is what it is. Like, this is a snapshot. This performance, this contest is a snapshot of where you are. And, Tim Beidle, when I was coaching After Hours the year they won, it would have been maybe early May. And afterwards he was like, that felt like a deep tissue massage. Like, it hurt. But in the end, it's going to be better, right? It's going to be good. So that was the approach, where it was like, let's dig in and let's just really get to stuff. But as we get closer to contest, let's accept where we are and let's just go in and be our best as performers. So that's sort of my philosophy. I don't like to talk scores. I don't like to talk about placement. And so I just think it's better for the head game, for everybody to just be happy with yourselves, be happy with your journey and where you are. And also, I've always been a fan of embracing imperfection, because it's, I always say, when you have that moment, that blip, that thing that goes wrong, you can say, good, okay, that one's out of the way. Let's hope there are no more. And if there is, okay. But you just sort of look at it and almost laugh at it and be like, okay, I messed that up. Okay, that's good. That might be the one. As opposed to, oh my gosh, the wheels are falling off the train and we're done. And we've been there too. Yeah. We've all been there. I know I have.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see soon.
Thank you.
What are we going to see?
Yeah. Honestly, that is probably one of the most impactful things that you kind of ingrained in us, because we're really hard on ourselves.
We're a mental quartet.
Yeah, we hold ourselves to such a high standard in rehearsal and in our projects that we have a really hard time accepting mistakes or failures or whatever. And especially in the beginning, it got into our heads big time, because we hold ourselves to such a high expectation. But honestly, you really drove that into us to such a degree that the last 2 internationals that we were at, we were so relaxed.
Yeah, actually,
we were so calm.
Yeah, I remember being backstage with you guys in Charlotte and being like, "Wow, like I'm more nervous than they are."
Yeah,
I mean, it also helped that Quorum was going in with like a freaking 94.
yeah.
So we're like, okay, well, we're not going to win. So
Yeah, we didn't have any expectations, and like
That's a good spot to be in.
it's
man.
such
That
a great
helps.
place, man. Because Charlotte was that way. We had so much fun. We had the Airbnb. We hung out. I mean, even in Salt Lake City, after that first round, you know, once you kind of smacked it out of us and got us to get our minds right, we were chill the rest of the week. We were excited about it. We had a party.
So chill.
We had a party
night
at our
before
Airbnb.
we had a rager
the
before
Midtown
finals.
Get Down
You
on
guys
Friday
did-
night before finals.
And I in protest did not go.
Yeah.
I'm like, I do not approve of a tag party the night before the finals.
Dude,
but
it was
you know,
crazy too.
it was the
We
best
had-
thing we
call
could
me
have
a-
done. We were so loose.
We rented speakers and lights, and we had probably like 50 people over to the Airbnb, and
was
we
sweet.
were just
Sick
playing
invite.
games and singing tags and hanging out till like 5 in the
was
morning.
awesome.
And a lot
You
of
were there,
people
right?
showed up.
Dude, a lot of people came and showed. It
didn't
was
come?
so much
I don't
fun.
know.
You didn't come?
But this was Friday night before the finals on our first time at International. Like we got
Because
to
we
a
had no
place.
expectation.
That's right. We made the 10, and that was honestly
Yeah.
all we had
That's all
hoped
we
to do.
wanted.
We had no expectation of getting a medal. We didn't have any, and so that was such a relaxed experience, and it made actually getting a medal like so much
much
more
sweeter.
sweet. Yeah, it was awesome. And then obviously in Louisville, like we were so chill and relaxed and comfortable with ourselves, and we were so prepared.
Yeah.
Like we had done so many shows leading up to that contest and so much coaching with you and Brandon, and then like Darren and Jim and David, and like we had such a strong team behind us. Like we felt, you know, like it didn't matter
At that point, it is what
exactly.
it is.
It was going to be what it was going to
what
be,
Tim was
and we
saying.
felt so comfortable and confident, and that comes from you guys. I mean, you guys really, really gave that to us. So, you know, it's corny or whatever, but we're so grateful for the things you did for us to help us accomplish that dream, because
good
we couldn't
fun.
have done it without you.
Thank
Could
you.
not have done it without you.
Literally.
Thank you. You guys are, you're so quick to get the concepts.
Quick and trusting.
Yeah, very much. There's, you know, for the most part, there's no backlash. And so
Let's get in it. What was that? Tim?
there's no.
Why'd you look at KJ?
What was that, huh?
But occasionally you'll get the KJ. I'll be like, KJ, could you do that? I really like when you do it this way.
Well, it's mostly you just taking my toys away. That's all. That's,
Yeah, because KJ
you know.
wants to go bop, and I'm like, could you just?
And he does that
a little
so
bit.
well.
And so when I say that, he's like, really? I'm like,
Sometimes it's
really?
not a
But
problem.
it is
get it,
good. I mean,
and I get it, and I trust
but KJ can float high notes like crazy.
better than anyone else.
Better than most. Not anybody else. But
Keep it coming. Keep it
you know,
coming.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say, but yeah, but when we, but you know, but I mean, I look at the spot because that's right where KJ looks at me and goes, "Really? Yes, really. Good."
And then he does the thing. He says, "Oh, okay."
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, you
You
want
know.
me to do that?
One of my favorite stories. I'm going to tell a story. Sorry, I got story time with Tim, everybody. Everybody, you can take a bathroom break.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually kind of have to.
No. You're not going anywhere. This is one of my favorite stories. It's midwinter 2021.
19?
Oh boy.
The virtual
Jacksonville?
midwinter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
I was like, and I'm telling you what. I have that clip. And
Oh, this is amazing.
the so you guys are in this room here, right over here, and you're doing you're going to do your set at midwinter. You're going to sing some
Live,
songs,
right?
This
And
was
it's,
live.
and it's
Like,
live.
Yeah, it's live.
And there's like different, like a room that you go into to watch,
I forgot about
and
this.
everybody in this virtual world has like an avatar, and you can dance, and you
forgot
can
all about this.
swim, and
We were
you can,
here, yeah.
you can do all these things. You can go on a boat. It was so much fun. It's the most fun I've ever had at a barbershop convention. And
I actually had a blast. It was the latest
was-
I've ever
was
seen.
the- honestly,
Yeah, well,
I
you
know.
closed it out.
I know.
You
It
could
was
like hear them singing tags, and
yeah,
And then they
it was
fade away.
awesome. So we're in there. So earlier in the day, I mean, I went and got on Zoom with Midtown and checked out the levels and said, okay, it sounds good. Let's change that. And we literally worked together from me being remote and you guys here
Right.
to get the sound the way you wanted it. So like, I'm your guy, I'm your coach, I helped you with the sound and all this stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And you guys,
Because we had been invited to this room.
Yeah, you were
to
in the
be a
room to
featured.
sing.
We were going to supposed
So
to
you
perform for
guys-
this crew.
It was like
people.
the snobs thing, right?
So you're on this.
Yeah.
So you're on this thing now. I happen to have access to the. I happen to have access to this to the YouTube that you
Yes.
that you gave me, which is how I went back and watched, which was great. So, but I'm going. So I go in this room and I'm excited to watch Midtown, but something was wrong with the feed. So your feed was not going to us. So we're just waiting for you. So
Yeah.
you sang your first song, which was My First Day in
sang
Heaven.
We went
Entire
live
song.
thinking
You went
we're
live.
We're like, all right, hey everybody.
You went live. You went live, and you finished the song, and you're like, man, this is weird. It's weird to be here with y'all, and
everybody's over in the corner
and you can
dancing. No one's looking at the screen. No one's paying attention.
And KJ's like, is anybody watching? Tim, what do you think? Oh,
He's like, okay, we have a.
and I'm over
4
there.
people. Okay,
and
cool.
Because he goes, Tim. Oh, he's.
He's dancing.
And y'all can see me dancing on the stage.
Not even looking.
And you could just see him going.
My heart was.
And KJ goes, oh, Okay.
I guess no one
And
wants
he's
to
like-
listen to us. I
and then-
guess we're just, this
and
is
then-
kind of like
yeah,
a free
And
for
then he started
all.
like, I guess we're just gonna.
I guess we'll just keep
He goes,
singing.
I guess we're just gonna hang out. I guess we'll just hang out. I felt so bad.
There's these little
'cause you could
avatars.
see-
You just
you
see
could
the
see
avatars just running around, and no one's looking. You can tell
and
when
I
they're
was
looking
doing
at
this
you.
like line dance, and everybody was doing it with me. And like Rasmus was there, and like we had a bunch of people, and you're like,
I
and I
totally
could
forgot
see it in your
about that.
eyes. Your eyes just went, oh, like they just truly don't care.
I
what we're thinking.
totally
You
forgot
felt, you
about
felt it
it.
in his soul. You
Dude,
know?
I was crushed.
Yeah, I guess you might have sang eventually. I don't remember. I don't remember the
we
outcome.
did.
We
It
figured they're
got-
like,
it
oh
got
wait, you
connected.
guys sang? They're like, oh,
Yes,
you were singing.
yes.
None of us.
And
could
I
hear
think I
you,
might have
and-
figured
Yeah,
that
no
out
one
too.
knew.
Like, hey guys, we can't hear you in this
Yeah.
hall.
Right.
And we're like, oh,
But I
that
didn't
makes
realize
so
that
much
all of
sense.
that had happened.
Yeah.
At the time, I just assumed we're just waiting for you to go live. But that was my. Tim, what do you? Oh, okay. And you're all like, all right. And I'm doing
You
like
have a
line
video?
dancing
you
and
have
stuff.
video of that?
I do.
Oh my god.
I do.
I think it's still in our
I do.
YouTube channel. It's just like
Is it?
unlisted.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
do.
God.
We might have to try to find that.
Yeah.
one.
We
might.
Winner's
I-
Track.
It is
Pull
so
that
good.
up, dude.
Too good.
I might. Let me see. I'll take a quick
really
look and see if I have easy
See if you can
access to
find
it.
that.
Yeah,
He's really mad.
I'll do a quick
But
look.
I wasn't mad. It was sad.
going back to Salt Lake City,
You were
so
devastated.
mad.
You were very hurt.
I remember Gabby and Katie, Nick and Anthony's wives. They recorded the semifinals on an audio, like a voice memo from the audience.
Oh, the semis.
Yeah, and all I remember is hearing Katie in the background saying, "Oh no, it was Gabby." She said, "Christian looks like he's about to throw up."
Oh no.
Which is true.
Which is kind of accurate. Yeah.
You did before finals, didn't you?
No, before finals, dude.
You threw up at some point.
Yeah, I think it was before finals.
No,
You were
I did
nervous
not
about
throw
the
up.
post.
Oh, I thought you did.
So I woke up the morning of finals, Saturday morning, at a nervous wreck. We went to brunch, and
Just you two though. Like I was.
it was
I
us three.
Not
You
me.
weren't there.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
It was us three. We went to brunch. I right when we got our food, I looked at you guys and I said, "Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom."
That's right.
I didn't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I walked around the block.
That's right,
Like
I remember
3
that.
times. I called Allie from GQ, who's a really good friend of mine, and I was just like, "You need to talk me off of this
Down.
ledge because I am a wreck right now." I mean, this is my first.
Totally.
Not only my first finals, but my first time singing in the open contest.
Yeah.
And I'm already a nervous person,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, that was something. But
I remember that.
after we got the Dealer's Choice Award and we went back to watch with all the other quartets on that screen backstage, there's a video when they call us for 5th place.
I was looking for it. That's what I was trying to find a minute ago.
Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. Did you jumped up, wrapped your legs around me?
Jumped around
and I
you,
spun
and I was wrapped around you, and you spun and spun and
Yes,
spun,
dude.
and then I jumped off you, and I was the
sprinted,
first. I
dude.
was the first one on that stage. I jumped,
Yeah, dude.
again, 10 feet in the air.
Yeah, dude.
You know, it was special.
It really was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Gold medal was fine.
We're not talking about the gold medal, Anthony.
It was fine.
We're talking about the journey. It's not the destination.
Did you find it, Tim?
No, but
the journey.
maybe
It's
we
about
can
the
find it on the
Were there
Midtown
some lows
YouTube
along the
channel.
journey, KJ?
I think
Oh,
it's-
there's definitely some lows along this journey. So we're gonna do a little segment on this podcast. We're calling it the main event.
You're welcome.
It's a gift given to us by Tim. Anytime
I can't use that. I can't use that anymore. So
Sure you can. Yeah, you can. It's a
event?
universal. I haven't trademarked it, but anytime somebody has a really terrible performance or cracks or does something really terrible on stage,
performance.
we call it a main event, and we love
I've
ragging on each other
participated
for
in
this.
many main events.
Oh,
We
I know.
have
We're gonna
many,
see.
many,
It's gonna
many.
be great. And so I've got some videos. I've got some main events
We don't know what they
That's
are.
right. We don't know what they are. So
Here we go.
before we get to the Midtown main events, I figured we would start with the Tim Warwick main event.
Oh, you gotta be
Oh
kidding
wow!
me.
Seriously,
Yeah.
we're gonna roast our
You
guests.
don't,
We're
you
gonna
don't
go-
even need to tell me what
I
it is.
feel like we should go first.
I know
No,
exactly
we
what
have
it
a
is.
lot. There's a lot of ours. So
All right.
I know exactly what
we're gonna
this
give
is.
Tim Warwick his main event debut. So
It's bad. She's bad. It's got to be that.
oh, you better believe it, baby. So
Oh, of
let's
course it is.
Let's go ahead and David, our producer in the back, is going to get this queued up, and we're going to watch.
One of my biggest
Let's see,
fails.
which one is it? It's
He's our
the
Jamie. He's our
Yeah,
Jamie.
I was gonna say.
oh, it's the
that same
YouTube
thing.
video. It's the
Pull that up, Jamie.
It's the barbershop quartet fail. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Here we go. Yeah, David's my Jamie.
Oh, here
so,
we go.
Starting here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie's over.
Or it's eight.
Oh,
It's fantastic, baby. Why not?
Oh, Theo.
That wasn't even that bad.
That wasn't that
Nah,
bad.
that happens all
Sorry,
the time.
Theo.
That's your. That's one of your main arrangers right there.
Here we go.
The goatee.
Yeah, this is 27. 2007.
The Joe Connolly cross-eyed.
And I thought he was so confident. He was so confident all the way
man.
through.
Not
How come
only
you
did
guys
you
don't-
take a breath.
You said I was confident.
You looked confident.
I was not
did.
confident
Did you know that was
backstage.
going to happen?
I was not confident backstage. I was not confident on. I mean, I think the old adage, if you say you can or you say you can't, you're right. And I definitely said I couldn't that night.
boy.
I was in bad voice. I was sick. It was a long week, and I mean, I remember being backstage thinking, I don't think I could do this. And we're in Denver, right? Because it's
Oh my gosh.
it's a higher altitude. I don't know if I can hold that. Which is so funny because I just sang that song that morning at something, and we sang like a bunch of long posts at Sing with the Champs all day. So my voice was tired,
yeah.
but I was like, I don't know why I'm freaking out about how long the post is because I've been doing it all day in Denver. Yeah, but it is one of those things where you can psych yourself out.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
dude,
a
I
mental
know.
game, man.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
that was Salt Lake City for me.
Yeah.
Same.
So we sang
Oh, yeah.
You're Falling in Love of on the album. It's what 45, 47 seconds or whatnot.
that, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
We get to the first day in Salt Lake City, and we're singing at this concert outside in front of the convention center.
Oh, which is the worst. Singing barbershop outside on an outdoor PA system.
On
is-
handhelds.
On
On
handhelds.
handhelds.
It was awful.
And this was the first time that I missed the You're Falling. I think I've only missed it 2, maybe 3 times in the 5 years we've been together. This was the first time I
And
missed
it stinks because then
And
you
it
have to go on
stinks.
stage and compete 3 days later or 4
right.
days later.
Well, luckily I had, this was Monday when we sang on this concert, and I had till Saturday to sing that song.
figure that out, yeah.
And by then I had, but like you're saying, it's a mental game, man.
Yeah. Plus, you
and-
were in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, exactly.
So the air was way thinner, too.
Exactly.
So it was a whole new experience.
And posting is a weird thing. I mean, it's a very exposed vocal thing that we do where you're holding this note and it's like there's really nowhere to go. There's no catch breath. There's no
Nope.
You're set. Once you're set.
Once you're there, you're there. And
What's your advice for people who
don't
wanna,
ever start posting and you'll be fine. You'll never be embarrassed.
if somebody wants to get better at posting, what would you say?
Honestly, I would say to do lots of bubbling and breathing exercises and in general, I mean, like apagio breathing is what I do, and so making sure that the rib cage is expanded and
intercostal muscles.
And so that's like the priority right there when we're
The two posters are having a nerd post
intercostal
conversation.
muscles.
I post a couple. I post some.
Yeah, we heard that
post.
about an hour ago.
I post.
Actually, well, let's hear what Anthony's
I
posting.
post.
Just a
I
minute.
post some.
You do post sometimes, and so yeah,
not
but
on a contest stage. But.
yeah. And really, it's about finding a placement in your voice that is relaxed, where you can also maximize
The air and tone ratio.
exactly.
Wow.
See, you don't even need me.
Good.
Actually, did. No, on
No.
our ballads, Anthony.
Oh,
Yeah, you do long posts.
If I ever.
And never give.
Amazing.
Yeah,
And
some
never give.
great posts from Anthony on those.
Yeah, dude.
Let's
Like
hear
they're
it.
real quiet sissy posts, but they're good. Like
They're beautiful.
they go a long time.
Yeah.
We're
I mean,
gonna
he
hear.
does
We're gonna
more
hear
posts
one
than
right
you,
now.
KJ.
Shut up. I'm scared of posts.
You are.
Posts terrify
You
me,
are
dude.
scared of posts.
Ever since I failed in my car trying to post with Tim.
That's like famous now. Like that comes up every year on Facebook, and everybody's like, it's KJ's fail.
Hey, it was a 27-second
I hope you're
post.
playing that on this.
No, I'm not,
Oh
but
wow,
I
of
couldn't
course,
find the video.
you're not going to play
I
that
couldn't
one.
find it, so-
Naturally,
Of course.
Trying to tell the truth.
No,
Can't find anything.
naturally, you're not going to play that one. Got it.
Okay, we're going to watch this next one. This next one I've titled Each Time That I Fail.
Oh my gosh.
I
So
know what this is, and I'm so
This
excited
is
for
Never
it.
Give All the Heart. It used to have a big tag.
That's right. Never Give All the Heart was originally with a big
This
hype.
is from District,
This
right?
is from District.
Oh, I love this. This is
I think it's pretty good. We won district.
Anthony. My prediction for you guys was 84.7 until that
Until
tag.
this happened. And then
But yeah, Anthony, pro of pros. Here he comes.
Oh my gosh. I haven't seen this.
And she never
Oh,
gave
wrong word for me.
her heart. She kissed me but kept her heart. Each time that I
Yeah, hold on, watch this.
I like that tag a lot.
That's pretty good though.
I forgot.
forgot all about that.
I really like that swipe down.
It's not supposed to. No, it's supposed to ever be on the same
Oh,
note.
I gotta go up.
you can stop the video. Yeah, it's
Time that I fall.
Yeah,
We're
but
supposed to have a
you
little
slow.
you just flipped off
I
that
knew
note.
that I didn't have it, so I go,
bailed.
"No!"
and I was like,
Failed. He aborted the mission.
I was sitting in like the second row, and I'm like, oh, but
it's the-
time that I was like, oh,
To be clear, there's no
David,
crack.
play that each time one more time. It's the
love
each
that.
time. It's the passion. He didn't have the note, and then it just
Oh, look at him.
he
He's
had to
so-
push through
He
it.
acted through it.
Nailed that heart.
He recovered though.
Okay, we can kill this. All right.
Yeah, I mean, there's
hey, we made it.
nothing wrong with any of that.
It was
It's
emotional.
way better than yesterday. I heard the rain.
It was emotional.
true.
Gosh, I wish I could find that.
Yeah.
That
Anthony
was-
has this habit
that
of
was
like
before
when he can't make
your
a
vocal
post,
coaching
he
with the
goes
horse
from
word.
5. He takes a breath and goes from 5 to 1 again.
He was singing "Yesterday I Had the Rain," and your post is, gosh, what is your post on "Yesterday I Heard the Rain"?
I can't remember how it starts.
I hear your name each time
No.
it rises. Is
That's
my
your
part,
part, yeah.
and then
Rains, and then I went rains, and I knew I didn't have it, and because I knew I didn't, I was like, I'm going to make a very purposeful cutoff, like before at a very reasonable time. I was like, I'm not going to have it, so I'm not going to try to fizzle it or muscle it. So I was just like, rains, and they hit the last chord, and right when they went to the last chord, I cut off and went, it rains.
And we sang Old Lang Syne.
Just recently.
Like recently,
Yeah.
he did the same thing.
And they were going so slow.
well, to be fair, I was supposed to have
hate
that
that.
post, and I was sick.
That's true,
So
yeah.
you covered down for me.
Lang Syne, and then it was at the
That's the move.
That's just what I do.
The old 5-1, the old 5-1 say.
Like, at least just go from 9 to 1.
So here's a prediction.
Okay.
People are going to listen to this. You're going to be a meme.
Yeah.
All right.
Every
Yes.
tag being sung is going to have that in it.
Oh, my
now.
Yes, the 5-1,
The
reason I
Fortino
don't go-
5-1.
Yeah, but
the
the
old
5-1
Fortino.
Fortino.
I don't repeat the same note because my head is like, have to make this look purposeful. Like, I have
Yeah,
to make
that
it
makes
look
sense.
like I already knew that I could never hit
So
it.
I should have went, she's bad. That's what I should have done instead of just went, bad, like that.
Exactly.
Because then it's like,
If I had
clearly
been
didn't
smart
make
like
it.
you,
Because then people
I
are
would
like,
have done
oh,
that.
he clearly didn't make it, as opposed to if you were to be like on yesterday I heard the rain, I was just like all emotion, you know, and
emotion.
judges, like when David used to judge, and that's probably why he quit, because they were like, you're giving him so many points for just
That's exactly
faking
right.
it.
They kicked me
Fortino
out for that
5-1.
very reason.
Like, we see right through this. What are you doing?
Right. That's what Will Lagos told me.
I loved it. I loved
Well, listen, Anthony, you know, he's our rock, and as he said in Spider
I am a
Farm,
rock.
this doesn't fall. But I have evidence to the contrary.
I didn't technically fall in this
Each
video.
time.
Yeah, I mean, no, this next video,
Didn't fall. To be clear, caught myself.
oh, we'll see. We'll let the audience be the judge
Oh, yeah.
to see what happens.
I love all
here.
these videos where I'm like really skinny. I love it.
I know.
It's so nice.
Oh, my.
I'm like,
Here
oh,
we go. Oh man, I missed this swing.
I know you put those dumb stairs.
I know.
Am I sideways?
Am I sideways?
He asked the question, and Nick said, "No, you're,
No, you're
fine."
He didn't trust me at all.
No, he did not.
I don't like heights.
But that is a meme now. That's what we always say. Am I sideways? Am
I don't
sideways?
like heights, and the feeling that you get when you're going up like this is you just see the sky, and the where he hung that thing was
true.
very close to the tree.
It
like if
wasn't
you
that
weren't
close
going perfectly straight, like there's a couple times people hit the tree,
No,
and my
there's
head
not.
was
No one
facing
ever hit the
backwards.
tree. What are
and
you
I was
talking
like,
about?
I'm flying, and I was like, I'm not going to come back and nail my head on this tree. So I knew I could bail, and I did very gracefully.
No.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to the next one. This one gives Christian a little bit of a little feature here. This
Oh,
is the
wonderful.
This was the Quartatorium after we won our gold medal.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
I
And
love
just
this
to
one.
just to put this in a little context,
we earned
okay?
it
Wait,
again.
normally when you win, you sing your best. That
You would
night.
think.
You would
think.
You would think.
That's what I've heard too.
All I'm gonna say is, don't drink and sing.
That's
kids.
what I was going to
That's
try
what
to
I was
context.
gonna.
Or take medicine.
There was many libations had after we won our gold medal, and so the tour, the little tour that we went through,
The rest of us were fine.
I was fine.
We'll play the video, and
Yeah.
then I have
We'll
my
see.
side of the story.
Okay, it's the YouTube video.
Kings.
It's the that one.
You had a special cocktail, I heard.
Everything's pretty good until the last chord.
It's too slow though.
It is kind of slow.
Oh my gosh.
It's going slower.
Holy cow!
Christian slows down and maybe sharps.
That was a good news.
It's like the easiest chord to hit ever.
And
I love
and
Christian's like
Anthony, your
confidence on the
turn.
penultimate.
Your turn is like.
man.
Yeah, let's take a look at my face really
Wait, hold on.
quick.
Play that last few seconds.
this Jay.
The side cut from
He
Anthony.
crushes it with the fist and everything, man.
Oh, that's my
Anthony's face here.
Oh, I'm gonna kill this.
You see my eyes? My eyes went.
Oh You looked. You were like,
And then at the end, I went,
I'm like, bro, we're still on
Are you
stage.
serious, bro?
The best part is the guy who's recording is like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, is it on there?
Hold on, listen. I
One
think
more
he does
time.
say
Yeah,
something.
be quiet and listen.
oh yeah, play it again one more time.
Just the last.
that's not a hard note for you.
it's a tonic chord. All right.
That's so good.
Let me, say
You
my
had no
defense here.
idea, did you?
You don't need
No,
defense.
no. Competing is very, stressful.
Of course.
So I have anti-anxiety medication that I'm prescribed. Thank you.
Yes.
And
You're welcome.
I took that for the finals, given what we were about to perform, the set we were about to perform, and the second you win and you come off stage, what do they hand you?
Oh yeah.
A gold medal and a trophy.
Okay.
Oh, that's on
And
stage.
some champagne.
You come off stage.
and some champagne, and you get to the AIC reception, and they give you more
And
drinks.
keep
and
the
you get
bar
to-
and barbershop.
yeah, exactly. And you get to the bus, and they give you a bottle,
Yeah.
which I gladly open.
As you should.
And so we got to a couple of afterglow rooms. That one and
Was the first one.
that was the first.
No, it wasn't.
This
It
was
was.
this
No,
was the good one.
This was the first one.
Yeah, it was all downhill from
No,
there.
This was
I
the
thought-
first one.
The next one was after today.
and then the AIC room. I was
First one was
slowing
like
down
we
quite a
sang
bit, and
on like the floor level.
That was the second
People-
one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah. Sorry, man.
yeah, no, it was.
I
You tried to
I tried.
There's a video of us singing New York medley in the AIC reception right after, and we nailed it. But everything after that
Slow.
was,
Really slow.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
It's all good, dude.
It's all
it
right.
hit me
Yeah,
hard.
I was
They can't take it away.
standing
No, they
with
can't.
Jaden watching. I think might have been the New York medley in the AIC room, and I was standing with Jaden, and it was like, it's so slow.
This next one we're gonna watch we're only gonna watch about the first minute of it, but
Great.
This was one of the first videos we did right after Come Back to Me. The song we did was done by one of our hero quartets,
We
Max
haven't
Q.
seen this.
I know.
We haven't seen this. The three of us have not seen this video
yeah.
ever. I don't think.
No, we got invited to go be on the Brothers in Harmony Christmas show. Brand new quartet. We hadn't done any shows at this point. Actually, I think we had done the
Illinois
Illinois
which
show.
is the worst show we've ever done.
yeah.
ever.
It was,
We're
we,
so
we
sorry.
were so terrible.
Get-
We should send them their money back.
The show was great. We
Have
were
us back.
so
I
bad.
feel Have us back, we'll do better.
I think Brothers was first.
Oh,
I
you're
didn't
right.
have Lady Must Be Mad at this point.
You're right.
Yeah.
Brothers was first. So this was our very first show.
show.
And we had just done the video for Hark,
The Herald
the
Angels
Herald
Sing.
Angels Sing by Max Q. And that song is unbelievably difficult. There's a reason Max Q never sang it.
Let's sing it.
live.
Let's sing it right now for a little bit.
No thanks. Yeah. So we decided we're going to put this on the Christmas show. I mean, why? We made a video. It's fresh. Let's see what happens. So
Four
this,
mics, handhelds,
four
which
mics,
we had
handhelds,
never, also
and we were
literally never done.
We were spread
Across the whole
completely
stage.
across the whole stage.
Yeah.
We were in
could
very
not hear
far
each
over our
other.
depth. And
we did
it's-
Feeling Good. Like we just did everything.
went
we
all in,
possibly
yeah.
could,
I have no idea what this is about to sound like. I have
right.
not heard this.
So I won't preface it, but we'll watch the first bit of it.
Oh
And,
no! Oh my
we'll get to hear it.
gosh.
The first part's actually not very bad, and then
Don't preface it.
I won't preface it.
I won't preface it, but here's a preface. So. See, not bad so far.
The herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King, peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies, with angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing.
That wasn't me.
Glory to the newborn. Christ
am I so hot?
Men with men to dwell. Jesus, our Emmanuel. Mark
That's
the herald angels sing. Glory to the newborn. Prince of Peace, hail the Son of Righteousness, light and life to all he brings, risen with healing in his wings.
No, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do more.
Wow.
It just gets worse and worse, but it's okay.
That was bad.
So the reason not to sing it is because you are in the basement and it's a concerto tenor range. I'm like, what am I doing up there? It's so high.
You did great. That was all me.
I did sound pretty good. There's only a couple moments. There's a couple
I'm
moments.
surprised at how good you sounded on that.
To be
honestly.
honest, I thought it was all gonna be me, and I was shocked it wasn't. Yeah.
No, I'm shocked it was me. That was bad. That was very bad.
That wasn't just you. It was all. We
I
had
was
some crazy
the
chords.
mix. The mix on that was not good.
No, they didn't balance it well. I mean, whoever was running sound, they didn't. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, if you guys can learn your parts, maybe we could try it again sometime.
Yeah, like right now. 1, 2, 3. Just kidding. Here we go. All right, David, get out. Can we go back out to the list? I only have a couple more I want to show. I think we're done with the fails. I think we're done with the main events.
Thank God.
But I figured we would also show, since our rehearsal weekends are very intense, and especially in our early days of rehearsals, we used to pack a lot into rehearsal, from playing pickleball to going out to eat to going to football games to doing all kinds of stuff. So this is a video I made years ago that I haven't seen forever, but I found it, and so I wanted to share it. It's the rehearsal weekend, the bottom one. This is a little recap of what a typical Midtown rehearsal weekend was like. So
I haven't seen that.
enjoy.
Midtown, a quartet dedicated to nature, brotherhood, and singing in 4-part harmony.
Oh my God! Hey guys, Anthony Fortino here with Midtown Quartet. November 2nd, 8:55 a.m. We've just come back to the house we're staying at. Here's a little tour of the cabin we're in. It's awesome.
We got the essentials. We got some Doritos. We got the beef jerk. And we got Halloween candy.
And here's the bathroom. Oh wait, no, that's another bedroom.
Wait a minute, are you saying that this cabin has no bathroom?
Did you get me? Nope, in my belly.
Wait, then Anthony, where did you go to the bathroom?
Hey Christian, where's the bathroom at?
Come here, I'll show you.
Come here.
Right over there.
Do I have to swim across this lake to get there?
Yep.
All right.
It's not as deep as you think. So, have fun.
Yeah. There's a source of heat. I just tripped the breaker.
Ben?
No, don't cuss. They make
All right, wait. Take two.
No.
No. I just tripped the breaker in this place. Now we don't have electricity.
Weird. Cindy's dead.
We locked him in this bathroom, not getting locked. We locked him in there. Amazing.
Break this place down.
Oh wow.
Look at her.
That's crazy.
Amazing.
Isn't that nuts?
That's crazy. So cool.
Yep. This doesn't fall.
Right sideways?
It's Katie's laugh. I love Katie's laugh.
That's Gabriella.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's Gabby. Oh.
You're fine.
Those were the days. The beginning.
Why was
Young
my voice so
whippersnappers.
high?
It just happens over the years.
I guess that's what happens when you sing more often back then. I don't know.
You're about
Yeah,
20
yeah.
pounds
Yeah.
lighter
More
too. I
shape.
don't know.
I meant vocal.
Oh my gosh.
Vocal.
Oh,
Bro.
wow.
I wasn't there. I was talking about vocals.
Just not talk about me in that department. As long as
I was not 20 pounds lighter. I was like 12 pounds lighter. Okay.
Man.
I'm getting back.
I'm getting back.
I'm getting back.
You're getting there.
I'm coming back right
Me
before the
too.
baby dimmer 2 comes. I'll get there.
There's one. Oh, there's another video in here I want us to see. It's the Failing in Love. This was one of the first weekends we were all together, all of our families, all of our loved ones. Jaden, Katie, Gaby.
What's her name?
Gaby.
I call her Gabby. KJ calls her Gaby.
Gaby?
Katie, Gabby, and
I
Emily.
say Gaby.
Oh, is this right before COVID?
Gabby.
It's the March. This is right before COVID.
I think this was
This
right
was the
before.
I think this is actually what started it.
This is when we had
we were
just
the single super spreader event.
Beep. This all has to be bleeped out now.
Maybe.
else
Well,
when
you
they
guys
take it
were
off
in
YouTube.
live. I remember everything had kind of shut down, but you had already been here, right? So you
right.
ended up
So they were
just
trapped here for a
Yeah.
little while.
going
yeah.
live, and
Yep.
yeah, it was like whoa.
Yep.
I remember being watching this on Facebook.
But this was right after we had gotten Falling in Love by Aaron Dale. So it was very close to after we had gotten Falling in Love,
No.
right?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, because we were
Because
singing.
that'd be March 2020. We'd already competed with it in Salt Lake.
Yep.
If this is the right time.
I'm not 100% sure then
Okay.
when this video is.
Never
Anyway,
mind.
but this is Katie singing Falling in Love with us. She's the only one crushing it in this video. So
I'm not singing this video.
Oh, because I'm so high.
that's right. We raised it up. That's right. Christian nails the post. Let's skip. Can we skip ahead to the end? Skip ahead to the last like 50 seconds. Oh, a little bit back. A little bit back.
It's a long post.
It's a very long.
So sharp.
I made poor choices in this tag.
That was probably the longest post
Ever.
ever.
If you're still watching the podcast after that, that was
What note is that?
E flat.
Wow.
was that the note?
That's E flat.
That is E flat.
So it's up a whole step.
Whole step, yeah.
Golly, you Tim on that.
You're fulling a
up
B
there?
flat. That's what you're doing.
I'm not fooling. I'm screaming. There was nothing. That was terrible.
That was long.
Hey, Katie killed it.
Katie was crushing it. The whole song. And then
Yeah.
we have one. We don't have to watch it, but Gabby singing "Lady Must Be Mad" with us too.
Yeah.
Gaby
She
must be
crushed
mad.
it. Gabby must be mad.
Let's go back to talking.
Yeah. Actually, we're gonna do something fun now.
Oh,
All right. So I want to try a game.
Uh-oh.
I've never done this before. I've never seen it done,
podcast,
done
right?
before. Yes. Tim,
Me
since
always.
you know, no. Midtown, we're going to go into my custom-made vocal pods. Mm-hmm. All right. And you're going to
They're
call...
yours?
Yes.
Got it.
So actually, guys, why don't you move into the pods?
You didn't tell us.
And I'll explain. I did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I kind of. A little bit. You'll be all right. So, Tim, what your job is...
Shoot.
We're gonna go in there. We'll sing a song too, but we're gonna play a game. Tim's gonna call out one of our songs that we know, one of our songs.
Yeah.
He's gonna call out a part of the song, like verse 2 or
Okay.
bridge or whatever.
Okay.
We're not gonna take a pitch. We're not gonna make any sounds. We're gonna think it in our heads, and we're gonna try to all come in at the same time, and we're gonna see if we can
From the beginning of the song or the
for
tag?
whatever part he says.
Oh,
So if he
gotcha.
says this song bridge, we're all just going to try to think of what the
You
key
gonna
is.
go all the
where
way
it
to the
is.
tag?
Huh?
You gonna go all the way to the tag?
Yeah, we'll just sing a little bit of it.
Okay.
We'll just sing a little bit, but
Good luck.
You ready?
Yep. So you're going to call out a song. You're going to call out the section of the song. We're not going to hum. We're not going to blow pitch, and we're all going to come in.
Do we get a first word?
We can figure out the word. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'll tell you the.
He's gonna pick
I'll
this-
tell you the
our
line
song.
you're gonna start with.
Okay. Here we
A
go.
song that we know.
I know what it's going to be.
No, I don't think you got this, but I think it could be a good main event, so I'm ready for it. I think it's the line from I don't something I don't know if I can make it.
I'm
we
not
can
sure
make
if I
amends.
can make amends.
Okay. Yes.
That's a good line.
Okay. If I ever say
I got
on
it.
the bridge.
Me too.
Okay. Wait.
No
wait,
humming.
wait, wait,
No
wait.
humming. No humming.
No humming.
No humming. No humming.
I'm not sure.
So wait, are we just going the first word?
Yeah.
Right from I'm.
I'm.
Right from I'm.
But we're gonna keep going or just hold
Yep.
time?
No.
Go. Or keep
Just
going.
go.
Okay,
Keep
got
going. Okay.
Getting into amends.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we can make amends. This may be the way our story
Not bad.
We're very
Guys are too
we
good.
know, we have perfect
Close.
Shit.
I was off in the beginning, but that's okay. That's all right.
Okay, I'm gonna
That was
pick
better than I
another
thought
one.
it was.
I thought that was pretty dang good.
That wasn't bad.
All right, do we need to do another one?
Yeah. Keep it going.
We're gonna do another one. Okay. She's a fighter and a spinner, or he's a fighter.
he's-
She.
He.
Fine.
Okay. Here, ready? Wait.
Do you want to do the pickup? Or no, that's
No,
cheating.
that's cheating.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, if he does the pickup,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we're in. We're gonna.
Are you ready?
Wait, hold on a sec.
Man, Cage is
No,
really-
this is-
Cage
this is against the game.
I'm ready.
He's a fighter and a spinner. All the bad guys, they're his dinner. Manly arachnid, lover and a swinger. He's gonna get giant ladies.
Okay.
Hey, that wasn't bad.
That was
All
terrible
right.
until we
all
got
right.
there.
I
took
got
a
one
second.
more. I got one
Took
more.
longer than.
That was me. I was way low, I guess.
Okay. So, oh darn! I lost it. Come on, come up with a good one.
Oh, you know all our songs, Tim.
Dave, if you have one too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit! I heard.
Tag of Jamie.
The tag from
Where's the tag? That's a long tag. What tag?
the tag is like 3 minutes
from
long.
the line.
And I'm or Jamie is over and where can I turn?
Right there. Let's go from right
yeah,
there.
Jamie is over, and where can I turn?
Okay.
If we don't know this note by now.
Right.
Here we go.
Jamie is over and where can I
Turn.
Play a G. Guarantee you that's a half step up.
Is that right?
Oh, we're right in.
That was me.
Oh, that was you.
That was me. All right, one more, and then we're gonna pick a song and we're gonna sing a song.
What? From this angle? From this downward camera angle? You chose a great angle.
Man.
Okay, there's like a.
David's trying to come up with something sneaky.
We'll cut this part.
Trick us.
Oh.
Dead time. We'll cut this, but
We'll cut this part.
You can? Sure. There's no cutting. This is all staying in, just so you know.
I just set. You have to do mine.
All right, here we go.
okay. On a mule in a jet.
On a mule in a jet.
Yeah.
Come back to me.
Oh, shoot.
Ready? Here we go.
Hold on, no, give me a second.
No, that's not how this works.
Yes, it is. I have to think about it real quick. Hold on.
No, you just got to gut.
But I want you to start on the word mule, not on.
Yep.
Because I want no pickups.
Ready? Here we go. Ready in. Yep. Mule in a jet with your hair in a net in a towel wringing wet. I don't care. This is where you should be. From the hills, from the shore, ride the way on the wind onto my door. Turn highways to die.
Bravo, Tim.
That was a good
one. This is where we recorded the video.
That's right.
Yeah,
in a square like this.
On a mule.
On a mule.
In a jet.
Hey guys, that was it.
That's the end.
With the headphone noise too. That was it.
All right, let's sing a song.
Oh, we're singing a song.
We're gonna sing a song. What song do we want to sing, guys?
Let's do something.
Okay.
I think that's like lesser known.
Sure. Yeah. All right. This is a song that's going to be on our next album.
And what we're about to sing is the album cut. We just get one take.
We're just going to do one take.
This is it.
It's going on no matter what.
Something is missing, but I keep resisting. No change in me, I'm gonna keep my feet right on the ground. But when an irresistible force such as you goes and meets an old immovable object like me, but you can bet as sure as you live, baby, some's gotta give, some's gotta give, some's gotta give. Something has got to give. Now when an irrepressible smile such as yours warms an old implacable heart such as mine. Now don't say no, because I insist that somehow, somewhere, someone's gonna get kissed. So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store? They're watching from their vast, mysterious sky. I know I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Why do we try? So we fight it with all of your might. For the chances are some heavenly star-spangled night. We'll find out as sure as we live. Someday we'll know that something's gotta give, something's got to give. But I keep resisting, though I see now, babe, you're so irresistible, so delectable, oh, so hug and kissable. I gotta get close to you, that's what I'm really gonna do. No more can I ignore your lips so fine that I adore. Though I'm so immovable, your smile is so distractible, I can't help moving around. I think that I'm loving it, loving it. I think I'm loving it. And some things just gotta give as sure as you live. Love will get you, so get on guard, on guard. Our fates have in store. They're watching from their vast, mysterious sky. I know I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. So now why would anyone try? So why do I try? I try, we can try. So we fight with all of your might. For the chances are some heavenly star-spangled night. Lady, we'll find out as sure as we live. Something's gotta give. We'll find out that something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's got to give. As long as you live. Something's gotta give to live. You give.
All right, Tim, what would you score that?
Oh. 40.
High?
40. That was a 40.
Nice.
That was painful.
So now for a complete 180, David, you're like a Renaissance man.
Yep.
I'm old? Is that what you're saying?
You build igloos. You know a lot about bears. You're a judge in the society.
Was.
Was. Sorry. And I found out today, Tim and I both found out today, you're a chef, a Red Seal chef.
Indeed, yeah.
Oh, wow.
How did that...
What does that mean?
What can't the horse lord do?
So that's a
Sounds like a children's book
designation in Canada. You apprentice, typically 4 years apprenticeship, and you learn to be a chef. And if you pass all the things, you get a Red Seal. So.
Wow, that's dope.
So have you worked in a restaurant?
Yeah. It was I started young. I started apprenticing when I was 16. So.
Goodness.
Got my papers when I was 19, 20.
Jeez.
And that was my first career, was cooking. So.
What did you tell me? You said 1979?
Yeah, I started in 73. Started my apprenticeship. So. Were you born yet? You guys?
No. 73?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. 73? No, I was not alive. Sorry.
We're gonna be born
get
for
it,
20
you're
more
young.
years.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
We should have had you cook dinner, man.
I could have, yeah. Happy to. Although dinner was lovely, so.
Dinner was good.
It was great.
It was. Thank you, Emily.
Thank
Emily
you, Emily.
shout out
crushed
to-
it.
Delicious dinner.
Poppy seed chicken, man.
It was like a poppy seed chicken casserole with rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
With a side of
delicious.
rice.
What is your what would you say is like your specialty dish?
I wouldn't say a dish exactly, but probably French cuisine would be the.
Do you cook seal? Red seals?
Okay, anyway. So,
Oh my God.
Wow, bro.
Anthony will be here
He
all
thinks, man,
I
we
can.
do one comedy song.
Yeah.
He thinks he's
Yeah.
100 in
just
performance
remember-
all the time.
you can't miss. I'm 100%.
That's amazing. Tim, I wanted to talk a little bit about your channel too, like your incredible like explosion onto the scene with TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and all the videos you've been doing. Like, what was the, obviously you've been doing so much with your tracks, and everybody knows who you were. Everybody buys your albums.
Who you
Everybody-
are.
No, he's not there anymore.
Everyone knows who you were.
Everybody knows who you were.
And that's probably accurate. Thank
It's
you.
over, Tim.
So, Tim, what was the
It's over.
impetus?
Yeah, no, like what was kind of like how did that whole thing unfold, and what made you decide to actually start just pursuing putting out content full time and really building
How
up
did
fan base?
Midtown influence you, basically?
Yeah, what was Midtown's role in that? And how do we get our royalties from all of your videos?
And when are you starting your podcast?
The first episode's already recorded.
Can I be your Janie?
I know
So-
that. Actually, I knew that. Actually.
It's already recorded. I'm just lazy, unlike KJ.
Do you have a
So,
certificate?
Sorry?
Do you have a certificate?
I don't want to know what that's all about.
A certificate?
Oh,
I do.
it's a Canada thing.
It's a Canada thing. Yeah, I mean, I started doing these videos in 2021. Honestly, I wish I had started it just a little earlier, just because of the pandemic and being some sort of a form of entertainment for people. A lot of YouTubers really blew up during the pandemic, so naturally I was behind that. So it was one of those things where I had a few friends that had really encouraged me to do it, and
Would you like to give him shout outs now?
yeah, I mean, I can. Can I do that?
Please.
Of course.
I would
Just
love
a
that.
reminder, our names
Absolutely.
are Christian,
Yeah,
Nick,
Christian,
Anthony.
As a reminder.
Diaz, Nick
Oh,
Gordon.
I'm sorry, we're all out of time for the
Anthony
podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Fortino.
Thank you for. No.
None of these people will be watching.
Dave Amarata from Gimme
awesome.
4 was one of those that was
that's
encouraging me, and Nico Porter.
Nice.
Good old Nico. 5th place in the Midtown.
Get down
Midtown,
challenge.
get down.
Yeah,
That's
down,
right.
down.
Your
Right.
prizes are on the way.
Prizes
It's-
are on
I
the
know
way, Nico. Your
it's
prize
taken
is on
some
its way,
time,
Nikolai.
I understand, but
Sorry, Anthony.
Yeah, but and then I stumbled on a YouTube video from a guy named Ali Abdal, and I'm a fan of Ali Abdal's, and I just talked about creating that presence and having reach. And I thought, I don't really have much reach outside of our little barbershop world, which, I mean, is amazing. But then I began thinking, well, if I could get some, reach into the world outside of barbershop, I could also be an advertisement for barbershop. And at the same time...
A what for barbershop?
Yeah,
advertisement for barbershop.
Say the word again.
Advertisement for barbershop.
Advertisement.
Yeah, that's... Yep.
Sorry, an advertisement for barbershop.
Advertisement.
Advertisement.
Mm-hmm. Let the man speak. Keep
For
going.
barbershop. I already have enough ADD. Yeah. My voice is cracking. I can't even. Yes. I can't maintain my composure.
Do you have a certificate?
Anyway, the story's over. I started doing videos.
Oh.
I decided to do YouTube videos, and then people were like, you should do TikTok videos. So I did TikTok videos, and the TikTok videos really exploded. I have about over 100,000 followers on TikTok.
Man,
There was that one really big one that was about.
Well, yeah, and what's funny is like initially it was like Auld Lang Syne and some of those that that one that KJ likes, Auld Lang Syne, and
I failed on. So,
but and Go the Distance, that was a big one. I did a challenge video and I was getting shout outs from people and it was pretty cool.
Dude, Jared Leto.
Jared Leto sang with me and
Cornbread. Yeah,
that's Cornbread. But anyway, so it's funny because actually it was Nico that said it. Nico's like, you put all this effort into these like beautiful Go the Distance or like something that's just really poignant. But
Someone Like You, go check it out.
Someone Like
just came
You,
out last week.
Recent, yeah. But the one that's going to go viral is the one you don't spend much time on and is dumb.
That's true.
And there I was with some cornbread in my hands, going cornbread and doing that, and that's the one that has millions of views on Instagram. It's got like a couple million almost on
Shout out
Instagram
to
and
Roman
TikTok
King.
and then yeah,
Crazy. Man.
and so it hasn't hit like my Facebook page yet. So I'm gonna repurpose that at some point.
Oh heck yeah! Dude.
Just
once you start getting monetized,
once I get money from it. So yeah, I mean
Tim's
that's
mic is really echoey. Is that anyone else?
No,
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of.
well, there goes
echo.
that momentum.
no, he's dry in mine.
Yeah, Tim was really building up for something good.
I was ready for that. I was actually very much done.
I just didn't want
No, but I'll just say I really enjoy doing. I really enjoy the process of doing the videos. I love the creative side when I can take something that I want to do. It's fun to record learning tracks for others that hire me to do it, but it's also really cool for me to say, "Oh, I like this song. I want to record this," or "I think people will like this." And I think eventually, and coming soon, I'd like to be more of a resource to the barbershop community and outside of the barbershop community. For all types of things, so
Totally,
yeah.
dude. And you are. I mean, already.
Well, I've tried
obviously.
to be, so I'm gonna.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thing. So it's been a fun journey. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm trying to do more full songs and
Wow.
I'm kind of morphing into doing more of it. So like trying to find the time to do that has been a challenge. So I'm not
Are you
coaching
planning
as much.
on doing an album again?
Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't say this.
Yeah, when you're releasing it this year?
It's going to be
said?
on. As of now,
Breaking. You heard it here first.
As of
folks.
now, and anybody who's watching this in 2025, you can laugh at me. As of now, I'm hoping to do a Christmas album. It's been a long time coming, and it's my hope that I can release that sometime later this year. I've already got some cool stuff and some hopefully good ideas. And
is there going to be like a collab with like some other quartets that you're close with and?
Yes, After Hours and
Give Me
Vocal
Four.
Spectrum, Give Me Four. Give Me Four's on there. They're really great.
Man, I love that, dude.
Yeah, they're so good.
Like be a part of one someday.
I have a few.
Do you need any?
I have a few other ideas. I think Eric and I are
good
gonna,
at Christmas music.
What'd you say? I mean, yeah, there's an
Do you need any
arrangement of
charts?
like grown-up Christmas list that Steve Tramack did that I love.
Dude, I
can't mess
gotta
with
tell
Trey,
you.
man. He's really
And Dave and he fixed David's arrangements. If you didn't know, Steve Tramack actually you can hire Steve Tramack to fix David Wright's arrangements.
Wait, really?
What?
Yeah. Sorry, it's a prank
We just
we
do
played
that.
on.
We just
It's
do
a
that
prank
ourselves.
we played on him back in the day. It was good.
Both
It's on
those
Facebook.
gentlemen will be happy to hear that.
I'll find it and I'll bump it so everybody on Facebook can see it again. Like I did that back in September, and everybody saw it again for the first time in a long time. So
That's funny.
I got to tell you, we did the AIC show recently in Orlando with Vocal Spectrum.
Boy, I was a main event on that thing.
No.
Bro, you sounded great.
You sounded amazing, and I took the opportunity during the sound check to go out into the audience and pull out my phone and take some pictures. But being able to hear What Child Is This live by Vocal Spectrum,
pretty special.
It's special, man.
I posted at the mic test. I posted the tag on the mic test.
Yes, you did. You did post. I
so
know
y'all
you guys,
missed that.
I know you guys. Yeah, you weren't feeling well, and you guys ended up switching it.
Eric's amazing.
Eric roped it.
Eric's the MVP. I always say Eric's the MVP of Vocal Spectrum. He and I are good at switching stuff around, and and anytime I've not felt well, he is just. Even if he's not feeling great, like Eric's.
That's a buddy.
We all
right
been
there.
under the weather. But he was like, "No, I got it." So it's amazing.
That's a true friend, a quartet mate. I mean,
He doesn't know what that feels like.
Yeah, and we can like swap, we always can like communicate and just swap
On the
like that.
fly.
There's only one time we didn't.
Oh,
What happened?
And it was
I have the video.
no one was
Let's
posting.
pull it
I know,
up.
I wish.
Here we go. Let's go. David, pull up that.
Unfortunately, it was at a funeral. And it was
just recently?
Yes, I have the video.
We
of the
don't
funeral.
do Vocal Spectrum doesn't do well at funerals. I blew the wrong pitch at a recent funeral that was a whole step high on Beautiful Savior.
Was
so
it
that was
the
fun.
cause of the funeral?
Oh no!
Okay,
It was a birthday party.
It was a
But actually,
into a
it
funeral.
wasn't. I mean, and I can say this because we were great friends of Gene Cocroft. We flew to
I was there.
Miami. You were at the funeral.
I was at the funeral,
Yeah,
yeah.
and so we flew down Vocal Spectrum to sing at Gene's funeral because we were so close with him and just loved Gene. And so we sang "It Is Well With My Soul" at that funeral. Actually, the highlight had to be Bruce, Gene's son, singing with Sun Tones. It was amazing. So, but Vocal Spectrum sang "It As Well," and we hadn't sung it in a long time, like since we were like in college. But we were doing it, and backstage, earlier Eric and I were talking about, well, who's going to do that post? And Eric's like, I got it. I was like, hey, perfect for me. Don't have to worry about it. And so we get there, we're on, and we're singing the song. And it's very emotional for all of us. I mean, all of us are on the verge of tears. And right at the end, Eric has his "It Is Well," and all of a sudden he starts to just tear up, and you can hear his voice start to quiver. And I'm like, oh man, I feel bad for the guy. And I literally put my hand on his back and just sort of tapped his back like it's okay. And Eric thought that meant,
You got this.
I'll take the post.
I'll take the post.
I can see you're emotional. I got the post. So we both, for a second, it was very similar to the "Each Time That I Fall" moment. Where I went, with my soul, and I was just like, volume 10, post the tag.
So both of you were posting?
No,
neither was posting.
So then I just swiped up and posted it, and I just thought, man, Eric just did me dirty right here in front of
No one
everybody.
was posting.
And Gene's looking down, going, "I love it, Timmy. I love it."
That's awesome.
So anyway, yeah,
Wow,
that was the one time that Eric and I miscommunicated on stage.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I was there and I don't remember that. So
Oh, good. Well, it was very forgettable.
He didn't remember you
obviously.
were there.
I didn't remember you guys saying.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So
So I didn't.
how does it feel, Timmy? I mean, you guys are Hall of Famers now. I mean, you
Yeah,
talk
man.
about Gene.
Yeah.
How was he part of your journey and all of that stuff? I mean, you guys are legendary, Vocal Spectrum.
Well, thank you. It's humbling. I don't think it really meant something to us. I think when we found out we were going into the Hall of Fame, it really did. It was one of those like, wow, like people really value what we've contributed to this barbershop art form. And I think for us, it's humbling to think about that. Like that we were just a bunch of college kids that decided to sing together, and we've never. I will say we set out, and our two biggest influences were the Sun Tones and the Gas House Gang.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
We wanted to have some of the virtuosity that we saw with the Sun Tones and the Gas House Gang, and the longevity that they both had as quartets. And they were good show quartets and innovative and stuff. So we tried to model ourselves after those guys. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely humbling. And when you look around and you look at the quartets that are in the Hall of Fame, like the Bluegrass Student Union and the Gas House Gang, of course, and of course the Sun Tones and many others, it's quite humbling. And we I think we feel that now, and I think for us, we want to continue to sing together and hopefully get better, even as we head to our 25th anniversary in 7 years, which is scary.
No,
What
it's
did Anthony
amazing.
say? What did Anthony say in the kitchen?
Nothing.
No, I think he said, "You guys think you'll all be alive by then?" Or
Oh my goodness gracious! He really is. He really did. He got that 100 in performance.
He did, man.
Now
He
he's
was
there's a chip on his shoulder.
He
all
thinks
of a
he's funny.
sudden.
well, he
but-
also got to sub with you guys, so that's kind
Anthony
of,
did sub with us, and Anthony absolutely crushed the ending of "I Want to Be Like You," and I don't think even he
Oh, you know,
realized
the
he was
monkey
going to do
noises?
it.
When he did the
I
monkey
don't think he
noises?
realized he was going to full voice that high 3 until it happened.
And it was not the right
And
choice.
for 1 second, I thought, "Oh,
He's
we're
still
gonna,
recovering.
I thought, "Oh, we're going to go there, huh?"
Wrong choice. Wrong choice, buddy.
So
He did a great job.
Quartet buddy.
Timmy, how many quartets are in the Hall of Fame? Is it 12 or 13 or?
I
it's
don't
not
know
a
that
lot.
number, but it is somewhere around maybe. Someone told me 11. I feel like I heard 14. So it's somewhere
It's
between.
somewhere in that
probably
range.
somewhere between 12 and 16.
It's like most of them, I think, right?
That's,
Yeah.
No,
Thank you.
that's amazing. Well, I got to tell you, not only because you're our coach and our friend and whatnot, but when KJ and I talked about Midtown and forming a quartet, one of our big things, the word that always comes to my mind is legacy. And that's something we've always strived for. And Vocal Spectrum has been one of those quartets that we model, in terms of legacy and just being around,
100%.
The
longevity
contribution-
too. The longevity.
Yeah, certificates.
Longevity.
you know?
Well, longevity of influence. I mean, you guys are just as relevant today as you were. I mean, your name, your quartet's name comes up, in every conversation of the goats.
Yeah,
And
longevity,
Yeah.
but exceptional
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
at
Yeah,
every
man.
Yeah.
step.
So
I just remember when we were sitting close to the front row. Was it the AI? No, it wasn't the AIC show. Anyway, when you guys debuted Bye Bye Blues,
Oh,
I remember where I was
Bro.
sitting. I was
sitting together,
right-
yeah. Yeah.
And I turned to KJ, and you guys are coming close to the tag, and I'm just like, what is happening right now? This is unbelievable.
yeah, dude.
yeah. Well, that was
awesome.
That's a crazy one too. I'll just give you the background on that one. I saw. I was on a documentary. It was Les Paul and Mary Ford did that, and I thought, wow, that's such a awesome take on Bye Bye Blues. And I sent it to the guys in the quartet. I was like, what do you think? And I copied David right in on it. Of course, David whipped up, a little ditty, and it was very challenging naturally. And we're like, okay, we got to do this. And then I had a little vocal issue that came from a cold, and I had to have actually vocal surgery, and so I did this surgery just a couple months before that performance in Salt Lake City. And as a result, I wasn't able to really rehearse with the quartet. So the three of them rehearsed together on the song. I rehearsed at home. And eventually we would put it together and then we had a rehearsal scheduled, but Johnny got the flu.
Oh my gosh.
Or something like I don't know if it was the flu, but he got sick and we canceled everything. I was in St. Louis and we knew that Chris was going to be unavailable for most of that weekend, but it ended up being that we couldn't even trio. So we get to Salt Lake City, and Chris is arriving on the day of the AIC show, and his flight got canceled and moved back. So Chris didn't even arrive until right before the show. And so the first full 4-part run through of that song was on stage. The first time all 4 of us sang it together. And it was terrifying. I remember walking up to the mic and I blew the pitch, and I was trying to make sure that was the right pitch. And I remember thinking, well, here we go. I mean, this is going to be this is either going to be okay or it's going to crash and burn. And the reception, honestly, from the audience and the AIC was truly amazing. It was a moment. And for me, it was one of my first times back on stage after my surgery. And so for me, it was just very overwhelming to be able to do that again. And I remember watching it during the pandemic and being like, wow, I miss that. And I think we all should take advantage and not take for granted, our time on stage. And I think the pandemic taught us anything. It was to enjoy being together and performing and singing and all that good stuff.
Yeah, man.
I think about the AIC show that we were just on the 22nd of December, and as much as man, I wish you were there, KJ, to experience that, because that was a special moment. And I mean, it was our first AIC show, and it sucks that we didn't have all 4 of us there on stage. Yeah. But I remember on stage, we're singing Toyland, first song out, and I have, a legend standing next to me.
You got Hall of Famer Tony DeRosa.
Tony DeRosa. And it's special because he's the reason why I even sang at Disney World. I sang with the Voices of Liberty and Dapper Dan's, and he was the guy. He's a mentor of mine, and I remember turning in that moment and seeing him standing next to me and being like, "This is crazy. This is crazy. This is special." This is why I do what we do.
Yeah. Well, for me too, it was really emotional for me not being able to,
of course,
be on the show with you guys.
For all of us.
And I was really, really, really sick. I'm in fact probably the most sick I've ever been, if not the second most sick I've ever been. And I'm in a hotel room and I've got like 102 to 103 degree temperature. I can't breathe. I found out a few days later on Christmas Day that I had like severe bronchitis and a sinus infection. Jeez. And like it was really bad. But I'm in the hotel room and I can, barely keep my eyes open. I can barely breathe. Stella's there with me because I brought Stella down to Orlando with me to see the show and just kind of spend the weekend with her and make it a special thing. And so I'm sitting in this hotel and I'm sad. I'm depressed. I'm like, this really, really sucks. And I'm watching the show and it's really hard to watch because I'm watching all my heroes up on stage that I was like so looking forward to singing with you guys and Signature and Main Street and, and then it gets to Midtown when you guys come out, and I didn't know how I was going to feel seeing you guys up there to our conversation we had, this was the first time I'd missed a performance with Midtown. I'd never
an AIC,
and it was an AIC show.
In 5 years.
In 5 years, I've never missed a performance, never had a sub, never had anybody tap in for any reason, and this first time with the AIC, and I'm not able to be on the show. But when I saw Midtown come forward, and then I saw Tony DeRosa replacing me, it was a crazy feeling. Yeah. Seeing, he's my hero, and the baritone that got me, really into barbershop with Keepsake, my first quartet I ever heard, and seeing him subbing for me on my championship quartet. My hero, it was all of a sudden, all that sadness just kind of like welled up into pride. And then seeing my brothers up on stage, crushing it with Tony, like it was a real wave of incredible emotions that it took over. And I'm sitting in my bed, I'm crying, watching you guys perform. Stella's snuggled up next to me, watching with me. And, I can barely breathe, and I'm like trying not to cry too hard because then I'm going to go into a coughing fit and pass out again. And,
but it was a great performance. Too.
Oh, and they crushed it, man. They absolutely crushed it. And
champs deliver.
So it was a very big mix bag of emotions. But
we missed you, man.
Thanks, man.
We did.
We miss you. We miss you, KJ.
I miss you guys too. I miss you. I can't wait to see you again.
Hey, dude.
Hey, what's up, man? Wow. This is great.
Oh my god, stupid. It's getting late. We're getting stupid.
Yeah, it's getting late. We're getting dumb.
We're getting low.
Well, I think we need to talk about the song.
The song?
The song.
The song.
The song.
Oh boy. The song.
We haven't talked about the song.
Swanee?
I'm done.
It really is too late. It's getting late.
BHS, I'm coming for you. Watch out.
Oh, no.
Put that thing back up.
No, man. They still have one
We've
up.
had too much wine.
It's still up.
It's drinking water.
So, Dave.
Anyway.
David. Horse Lord. Tell me.
Horse God.
What were your first thoughts when you saw Spider Farm,
or the idea, or anything
in our coaching session? Oh, yeah. When was it?
Well, actually, he didn't
Zoom. Didn't see it till.
We didn't see it
late.
Until the hotel room.
That's right.
With
you
Brandon.
came up to Brandon's hotel room.
We zoomed him in.
We zoomed him.
We zoomed him.
I don't.
We
think,
were in.
Not on that. Not on that song.
I don't think we did that song. I
Yeah,
think
we
did
didn't
New
do
York
that song.
medley.
Oh.
Did we show you the parody ever? Did you know anything about it before?
I knew about it, but
What did you think when you heard?
I thought it's too late.
Yeah, it was coming down to the wire, man.
Yeah, no, it was thought it was great. It's just so stupid, and you played it. The funniest part, KJ was pure pro the whole time. Your timing, your patience, all of it, right? Understated. It was all great. The three you idiots. The funniest part was when you were terrible,
That was the point, yeah.
and you were. But what made it work was you were so proud of what you were doing. It was the pride that created the pain, right? The pathetic stuff. So it was
Pride and pain.
It was just funny as hell, and it was a good hit.
Oh,
well,
man.
Yeah. You called it.
yeah.
You texted me. It's like, if that may be the highest scoring performance song of all time. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, did he?
Before we got the score sheets, yeah.
Really?
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Why didn't you text me? If that,
Or
Because
me.
KJ always wants the scores.
I was score.
Well, David
I
and
think,
Nick
wait,
and
hold
Christian.
on. I got to check.
Oh, it's on. Oh, he keeps his phone in the trophy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's his phone case.
Speaking of which, we do have the trophy is his phone case. He just carries it around.
It was a good hit.
Dude, we had no
We
idea.
peaked on stage.
We did not have.
No, we
any
didn't.
clue.
You
100%.
said, you said, quote, "Oh yeah, you should get the highest performance score ever."
Question mark.
Question mark.
Question, yeah, it was
Wow.
question mark.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And he wasn't even a judge.
And Brandon
anymore
and
then.
I were like, yeah, you could have sung
I was
better.
unqualified.
Well, that's
to make
no,
that.
you're not
Seriously,
wrong, Tim.
dude.
Because listen, when we were singing in the hotel room, 20 minutes before, 30 minutes before,
He was on fire.
we were
way better.
Cranking.
Way better than
That was,
us.
that was
It
in my
was with
hotel
you-
room,
it was
right? You
with
were
David
No,
and
this was
Yeah.
in Brandon's hotel room.
Brandon's
It was
hotel
with
room,
Brandon
yeah.
and David.
Yeah.
And that's when we had added.
Aaron
we
Dale
added
came
some
up
stuff
too?
too.
That's
And
right.
Aaron Dale was there. We added
That's right.
the pop up on when you
Yeah,
fell.
we made several little tweaks up there 20, 30 minutes before
But the
we went
singing
on.
was
So much
singing
better
was
than on
way
stage.
better.
But then, as soon as we got on stage, Spider-Man, when we started it, it immediately went.
Sure to rise, yeah.
We went up a half step, and it just threw us off enough to where it was still fine, and we obviously it held it together, but like
The biggest thing that was thrown off, to be honest, because we had done it like twice or whatever for audiences, we kind of knew when there would be laughs, and we kind of had timed it out honestly, where it was like, that's why we laugh. We knew that the sloth face would be up on the big jumbotron, so we were ready for that. I think with restless
Yeah.
leg syndrome,
Oh, We didn't
think it
none
was
of
gonna
us
be that
knew it was
long.
going to be that long.
Yeah, I was
and
running
we
out
all
of
kept
stuff
milking
to
it,
do.
and we were all, and I was like, I got up and I was like winded because I was like doing this for so long, and I was like, none of us had any idea that would go on that long.
well, and I
was
felt it
insane.
when I felt how the audience was responding. I was like, I can't cut
No,
them
you
off.
can't.
I'm not
Yeah.
cutting them off. They have to.
That was the right
Yeah.
the right
I
audience.
had to throw in a Michael Jackson kick I'd never done before.
I started doing the Macarena.
I started doing the robot too. And it's
running
like-
out
I did
of
the
ideas.
Macarena. I did the robot. I mean, I was running out of dances.
No, but we definitely.
I only know two.
The singing, like, there's moments like where we definitely were not. We didn't sing it the way we had been singing it in rehearsal, and so when
Peter
we
Cunningham gave us the
the right,
appropriate
The right score.
True.
Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Peter.
Yeah.
But we came off stage.
Sorry, Steve.
When we came off stage, I remember feeling like
Meh.
it was like, well, it was one of those moments where I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Like the
I
audience
knew-
obviously lost it. We're doing
Yeah.
huge response. The audience was
You knew?
hugely entertained. I came off stage feeling like I don't know.
Let me tell you this.
Brandon
I
and
got
Tim
to the
were like,
lobby.
you were both like,
That was it.
It was kind of
Yeah, we walked past the curtains after we got off stage, and you guys were there, and you weren't giving us the response we.
you weren't.
exactly.
You weren't. You were
guys
like,
were
you were
so
like,
subdued.
You're like, I think
We
it
were
was.
like, what's happening? What's
It's like,
happening?
it was-
I got to the lobby. I hugged Jaden, my fiance, and I was like, "Hey, what did you think?" And she was like, "Yeah."
I think it's because we knew that
You didn't want to like.
your singing on it was a little
Yeah.
better than maybe it was on stage. And it's funny because, like, I mean, in my mind, as a incoming judge at that point, I knew where my number was for your singing on that song.
Yeah.
Which was a little lower on stage. And I thought, man, between performance probably being as close to 100 as you can get, combined with the singing being in the mid 90s, 95-ish, right? You're going, man, this is going to easily be the highest scoring song, and maybe could be like difficult to ever top. you know? So in my mind, the whole time, I'm like, okay, if anything else kind of goes awry throughout the week, Spider Farm is going to be the one that brings it home.
Yeah.
Right. And so the singing wasn't quite there, but the reaction from the audience and everything, like I think Brandon and I both, we were sitting together in the audience and both of us were like, yep, I think that'll do it. You know what I mean? And
Well, and I'm glad
I think
because
that was
you kept it like you kept your
we did not.
responses.
You know, I mean, I remember when we won Vocal Spectrum in 2006, and we won by 6 points. And Jim Henry, who was our main coach, he was very subdued. Right before we went backstage, he said, he goes, "You guys were great. It was a great week. You're probably going to get second."
Oh my God!
He said that?
Yeah. He said, but you guys were amazing. I mean, obviously, you second place. You went from 6th to 2nd. That's amazing. And we were like, you're right. Like, that's awesome. And so we were expecting 2nd the whole way. So,
wow.
But instead of like, wow, we think you're going to win,
No, and that's
it's
good.
one of those things where it's like, you just don't want to overhype because we don't have the, I mean, I don't have the answers. So.
Yeah.
And that's where the meme comes from American Harmony, where, that face.
He's like,
So I got to the lobby, like I was saying, and Jaden gave me her response, and I said, "What do you mean?" Like she wasn't saying anything, and she's like, the judges had a conference.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I said, "What do you mean they had
Everyone
a
was
conference?"
confused by the conference because they all thought it was a negative conference.
Yeah.
Sometimes the conference is that as good as we thought it was.
I mean, that's from what I've
sometimes
gathered, that's rare. But that's what it was, honestly. I mean, after the fact, I ended up running into Teresa Weatherby.
Oh yeah.
At the airport, and she was one of the judges in the pit for the performance category, and she had said that she's like, I just wanted
shout out to her.
Yeah,
Love you.
Teresa.
I called the conference because I just wanted to make sure that I was sane for wanting to put down 100, and everyone already was on the same page.
Yeah, that's what's crazy. That's what's crazy when they told when she I forget who I was talking to, whether it was Teresa or someone else, but they said they're like, it's not like they got together and were like, what should we write? Like they all came together and had already basically written their score. And I was like,
here's the question that they asked themselves, according to the stories that I heard. If you were coaching them,
right,
what would you fix? And none of them could come up with an answer.
Right. We could.
I could.
David could, but that's why he
could.
But that's the magic of a live performance.
That's the moment.
Yeah,
it's
in the moment.
It's the moment. The audience was spectacular. Shout out to the lady who was cackling the entire time.
We got to find her.
I don't know who that was.
If you ever see this, let us know.
If someone can tell us who that lady is, get us her name.
And you laugh.
We will send her a free T-shirt. We got to get that lady.
She helps you on stage.
But also, we really need to take a moment to thank two individuals who really helped us on this tune. Jim Clark and Darren Drown
100%.
of Stormfront. Yeah. I remember, I'll tell you this story. We were on the fence about doing a parody. We had talked a long time, and we were going to bring a parody to Charlotte.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
Oh, yeah,
we pulled the plug on that.
We had
minute.
it arranged.
Dude,
I made a learning track.
We made tracks for
it.
We
made tracks.
It was ready to go.
What was it? It was bigger. It was.
I'm using it for my next comedy quartet. Okay.
Do you really want me to keep it on the?
I think the cap's still on, David.
Okay.
That's for our comedy. Is that?
You sure you need to pour another glass, bro?
Hey, join me, brother. Join me. So, can I say what the song was, Anthony? Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
No, you can say it.
It's for our comedy quartet.
So, shout out to Anthony Bartholomew. He had arranged an awesome parody for us for Charlotte in 2022.
Yeah.
Called Bigger, and it was based off of it was
from the Tonys.
It was from the Tonys. Neil Patrick Harris, the year that he had hosted the Tonys.
Yeah.
And it was such an awesome arrangement, but unfortunately, the timing of it just didn't work out.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Which I'm glad. I mean, honestly, when you look back on that, like, I'm so glad we didn't try to force that through.
100%.
Because it wasn't ready. It wasn't fitting with us. We didn't give it enough time to be worked up.
100%.
And to be honest, like, not that contest is all about winning, but I don't even think that would have changed the result.
It would not have.
It wouldn't have.
No,
it would not have.
Quorum was awesome that year.
Yeah.
But it was here in your living room when we had that conversation.
Yeah.
I think it was in January or maybe February.
Yeah.
After months and months and months of saying, "Man, are we really going to do this parody? We're getting really close. What is it?" And we had this conversation about well, maybe we should just bring back Spider-Man and change it up. I
Right.
think, Anthony, you were talking about that. And then I was like, well, maybe we should bring back Spider-Man, but kind of allude to lunch break in a way.
Well, we had talked about always, we had never really acknowledged lunch break being...
That's what I said. I said, we have KJ, this person who is so loved and coming from this
I don't know about that.
I was going to say, let's... no, just,
this legendary quartet. I mean, you guys are legendary, really. And it's like we have to utilize this. And once we had that core idea of okay, Spider-Man and Old
break.
McDonald, but every animal is going to be a spider. That was the original idea. And then we just went to town. I remember we even called Shane Scott and we said, "What do you think about this idea?"
Well, the original idea, and this is where Darren and Jim, they're genius.
I'm gonna go into that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. So we called Shane and because I was the one who at the restaurant. And he's like, yeah, no, I think this could work. So I get back to Denver. We're sitting at a Ted Montana's, which is some restaurant chain in Colorado. I don't know if it's
Montana Grill.
Yeah, that one.
It's pretty good.
And it's a bunch of us.
Bison steak.
Yeah, it's me and Jaden and the Clark family and the Drown family. Neela's there. Mm-hmm. And I say, hey guys, I just need to bounce this idea off of you. And I explained the premise. Not all of us were bought in. We're kind of still on the fence about it. And Jim turns to me and said, "Okay, I like this idea. What if?"
Well, because the original idea.
Was
I wanted KJ to be the buffoon.
You were the buffoon.
I was going to be the buffoon. I was going to try to get them like, come on, guys, do comedy with me. Like, I want to live my lunch break days again. And like, they were going to be the hesitant, like, I don't know.
Yeah, we were like, oh no, whatever. And Jim turned around and he flipped the script.
Yeah.
And he
Genius.
said, what if the three of you are the funny guys or trying to be funny guys and KJ
is the straight man.
The straight man. And I was like, huh. I remember looking at Neela and she was just like,
yeah.
I gotta be honest, I hated it because I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work.
Yeah. It's
I want to be us.
It's a Hail Mary.
Funny and we're exactly.
It's a Hail Mary. So I remember
massaged and
we scheduled a Zoom call with the quartet and with them too. And I pitched the idea, or I think maybe I pitched the idea to you guys before.
Well, you called me one-on-one and said, hey, this Jim and Darren are suggesting like we flip this whole thing around. And I was like, ooh, like, I don't know, man. Like,
I was very certain about the idea that I had laid out, which was like
just bring back Spider-Man.
With KJ, just like he can do confetti, and then in the end he brings out his cannons, and like I was like, that's perfect because it's very real to us that KJ would be trying to do all this extra stuff, and we're like, dude. I was like, it'd be so funny.
That's real life right there.
So real.
That's real life.
Can we just get the light grid?
No.
You gotta get the lighting grid.
No one knows that
I wanted all that.
Well, not really.
We were gonna do cannons for Spider-Man.
We had cannons. I had prototypes built for these web cannons.
That poor person who spent all that time.
Shout out to you.
I was gonna buy.
You are.
We were gonna have a lighting. We were gonna bring out our own light
grid.
show.
Yep.
To like do light changes during the scenes of Spider-Man. Like I had all this in my head for years.
And all I wanted was to make every animal a spider. And I remember pitching the restless leg syndrome thing, and it was like, we didn't know if it was gonna happen or if it was gonna hit, but we ended up reluctantly accepting the Jim's concept, and then we had a Zoom meeting with all of them, and we just bounced ideas. I mean, the Simpsons thing came up, the Spider Pig thing came up.
Yep.
Then I think that was a meeting where yes, we were going to keep the first few as a spider, but then we had to switch to the iconic.
Well, I think it was just the concept of you guys like being so terrible at comedy, and coming up with these animals that made absolutely no sense. And then, my reaction to that, and it just, Jim and Darren were so
integral.
Integral.
They were so integral to developing that into what it became, and just really guiding us because you need that. No matter how genius your quartet is, no matter how funny you are, you need an outside person 100%. To see what you're doing to give you that perspective to say, hey, this is good, but What about this? And you've done that for us a dozen times. I mean,
Yeah, the outside
you know.
person can have a black heart, right, and cuts and
yeah, exactly. We get, the quartet gets married to an idea or gets, attached to something, and you need that person who's going to say that doesn't work. Or,
But I'm very proud of us
100%.
not being a comedy quartet and coming up with concepts even in rehearsal. I mean, just the little things like you coming up with the missing the high five thing.
All that stuff was so last minute too, man.
But it was organic.
Yeah, it was organic.
organic.
Exactly right.
I think that might have even been me in that session when we were there in Denver.
They did it once, and you're
they missed, and I was like, "Oh, you got to keep it.
That's
you got to
hilarious.
miss. You got to miss."
Dude, Anthony's comment when he says, "Man, I used to love watching that when I was a kid." That was just
That's
an
hilarious.
off the cuff thing he said in a rehearsal, and I was like, "Dude, you have to say that. This is exactly how I have to say it. Do it, please. Trust me." And it was like perfect. And
that was also my line. So, I really came up with a lot of comedy. I think I'm going to be a performance judge next.
You should, man.
Really, I mean,
there's a slot open.
Oh my god!
But truly, I mean, it's not just a political answer when we say it was a team effort.
Oh, dude, it was
everybody
100%.
played their part.
Yeah,
Everybody
we couldn't have
played
done
their
it
part.
honestly with every single one of them.
Every single person in this room and the two gentlemen,
Jim and Darren, were
Jim and
amazing.
Darren,
And Brandon,
and Aaron Dale.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
Aaron Dale.
He wrote all the transitions for us. He reworked the key changes.
We didn't even have that written down.
There's no music.
There's no music.
And Brandon hates comedy.
He does.
I knew it was going to work because you sent me.
That's the only time I knew it was going to work was when Brandon was like, "I think it'll work." I was like,
Yeah.
You sent me a video of you doing it on an Afterglow, and I played it for a couple of friends that aren't barbershop. I mean, they kind of know barbershop, but they don't a ton, and they don't really love comedy anyway, and they loved it. And I was like, okay, if you can get people that don't love comedy that aren't barbershoppers to laugh and enjoy it, it's gonna be great. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, and I truly believe that we peaked on stage, and that's always the goal as
From an
as
experience.
coaches, as quartet members and stuff like that. The aim is, like you were saying earlier today, let's walk outside, let's take our minds off of this for a second, and we'll come back, we'll hit some spots, but when it's time to go, you just do the thing. It is what it is, and the goal is to peak on stage.
Yeah.
Don't overwork yourself.
Yeah. And it's we did something that was organic. It wasn't forced. It was authentic, and it was something that I think because we didn't get 6, 8, 10 months to work it, we had literally 2 months.
Live.
It was live. There was electricity. It was spontaneous. Like none of us were as prepared as we would have liked to be,
Right.
and that
You
probably
had-
gave it that.
You had
Same
to
with
read
Spider-Man
the
the first
audience
year.
through the
Yeah.
whole performance, right?
What'd you say, Nick?
Same with Spider-Man the first year.
Yeah, that's
That
why
was kind
Spider-Man
of a rush
was
too. but
Oh,
it
a
was
month and a
still-
half, yeah. And coming out of that experience, and this is one of the last things I want to talk about too, because I know we all we got midwinter tomorrow, so
Yeah.
the 12th hour podcast.
coming out of 12-hour podcast.
11th hour.
When we won, and winning the way we did, just with the experience throughout the week, getting to do the New York medley, which we felt so good on stage, and still hurting one of our key songs, and then with Spider Farm, and then getting to win in that fashion, was such an incredible experience for us. But for me, one of the most special things about us winning was watching Nick being presented his gold medal by Gary Lewis, the man that got him into barbershop,
His high school choir.
his high school choir teacher,
nuts.
a father figure in a lot of ways, a friend, his former quartet mate, and being able to see, I mean, you can't write a movie script,
It's amazing.
better than that. Yeah. And I remember being on stage and just seeing Gary, hugging Nick and putting that medal on him. And, it was special for me too. And we all got to experience that. But, it's like you looking to your left and seeing Tony DeRosa singing with you on an AIC show.
Yeah, man.
it's like you getting to sub in for Vocal Spectrum, the
Yeah.
quartet that you were
It was awesome.
a hero.
I grew
that
up
they were
watching.
Yeah.
In the Central
And
States, yeah.
It's like me coughing on a hotel bed, dying, you know,
Watching
my
No, dude,
quartet. dude. No, I'm just
KJ,
kidding.
KJ, I gotta say, I remember, some of it is a blur for sure because there was just so much happening. It's kind of like your wedding day.
it's
They
crazy.
say, take a lot of mental pictures and whatnot. I remember when we cut off Spider Farm and I yelled out, "Yeah!" simply because I was just so glad that it was over.
Yeah, no,
My
me too,
face, they pans the face. KJ's like, and then Christian's like, and I'm like this. When we cut off, I went.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah.
But
Like,
you know
I
what I
can
did?
breathe.
I was like,
When we got to our spread and we were taking the applause and we were seeing all those Midtown flags and whatnot,
Yeah.
and I turned and I saw you standing there in your lunch break shirt. And we were on the fence about that. I mean, I remember you and I talked about that idea early on, and we poo-pooed it. And then later,
You had to do that.
That's why I was like,
later in the process, it came back, and we came right back around to it, and we decided to go with it, which thank God we did, because that was special.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it really
remember
was.
looking at you, and I wasn't even taking the applause for me. I was taking the applause for you at that point. I was just like, man,
it was wild.
this is freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And thinking like just that lunch break, those guys have been such an incredible part of my life. Their friendship, the music, the things we got to do together. But then to be able to kind of pay homage and tribute to them by using our
Your
top
material.
song. Yeah,
I mean, it's your bit.
Pretty full circle for you.
Yeah, it was a
Bit
total
your
full
bit.
circle thing, you know, for me. And that they gave me the blessing and they said, of course, like take that, go. And they, that was really, really a special thing for me. So.
I've paid them for it, but
Yes, of course, the check's in the mail. But, there's some altruism there, I'm sure. But no, it was a really cool thing, man. But isn't it crazy how this hobby, like, we all grew up as kids watching our heroes on the DVDs that the BHS would put out, and we didn't have YouTube back when.
Yeah, you had to wait for the DVD.
You had to wait for the DVD to come out, man.
Come out in like December
awesome,
or
though.
November.
That
or
was
something.
so awesome.
I know, the waiting for the DVD.
And looking what songs are going to go on the DVD.
Yeah, you didn't know.
You didn't know, dude.
What are the songs going to be that from the Champs?
What was it? Naked Voice Records or something
Yeah.
like
No,
that?
that was before that.
that was
Oh, that was
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I
Long
would
before
just
that.
steal old platinum VHSs from Gary's stash. I still have one.
Yeah. But isn't it crazy to think like we were those
So it's
kids?
still stolen.
We were the
It's just-
we were the
stolen.
kids.
Sorry, Gary, I'll
looking
give it
for
back
those
to you someday.
DVDs, like waiting for those DVDs to come out,
Yeah.
so we could see our heroes on stage. Your dad, getting to watch your dad on the top
Tim,
20
12th Street
DVDs.
Rag.
Tim.
Seeing Tim and Vocal Spectrum, and
Truly.
and now we get to kind of carry the torch and inspire kids to do the same thing. To sit on YouTube and scroll through our videos and your videos and
Popular win too.
yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember the eval we did the very first time I met you?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Very
I
well.
remember the ballroom that we did it in.
I don't remember what you said, but remember
Oh, I
it was
remember
great.
what he said.
Remember it was great.
I remember what he said.
What did I say?
He said, "Well, you're gonna win."
I think he did say that actually.
Probably.
He did.
Do you remember him saying that?
Yeah, he was like,
He paused.
"Well, you're
and,
gonna win,"
Well, you're gonna win.
I'm pretty sure I was there for this.
and we were like,
Yeah. And he
Do
said,
you
"But
remember? Was I there?
And that's when we
I didn't
said,
go with them. Okay.
"Can you coach us?
We like you.
We like you."
but it was the but." He said, "You're gonna win."
I just wanted to get it off the table.
That's right. He's like, let's just,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. That was crazy.
yeah, that was good. Though you're the first person to truly, because that district was the first time we scored anything remotely, like even in the 20.
Yeah.
obviously.
Well, and I
So
think
for you to say that, it was like, huh?
right after your eval, I think we saw Rob Mance.
That was at prelims.
That
Oh, was that at prelims?
Yeah.
And he said, "What color medal?" I'm like, "What are you talking?"
Yeah, we were
about,
like,
dude?"
stop saying those things. Stop it.
They were like 6 months ago. We were, yeah.
Yeah.
getting in our heads.
Crazy.
Freaking, yeah, it was nuts, man.
So good. Finally.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry.
COVID.
Little fortune teller. Yeah.
Now we can get on with life. Yeah.
It's true.
Wow.
And what now?
Yeah. Well, and that's the
what's
thing,
next?
man, is Midtown has always been, from the very beginning, we always said that competition was always secondary to our primary goals. And our primary goals has always been to put out content, to make, incredible music that we love, that is authentic to our identity, and to be a vessel to carry barbershop to a new audience, kids and adults alike. And so that's kind of been our mission from day one, is to put out high quality content, videos, albums, and to focus on the music and not just the accolades or the achievements and the medals and whatnot. Even though those have been dreams,
It's not about the.
it's not about that. And those have been dreams of ours since we were kids. But
It's okay.
but now, and like to what we were talking about at dinner, it's like now that we have won, like there is a freedom in the air. Like we can do competing at international level is hard.
It takes a lot of
It
time.
is
And
hard.
Like more than half
I
of
don't
the
even wanna
year
think
is
about it.
dedicated to that.
So
You can't
much
do anything else.
time and money and rehearsal and coaches. Ugh, it's just so.
Compliments and
yeah, compliments.
terrible.
Anthony doesn't take compliments very
hates
well.
Don't like them.
But now that that's gone, now that we don't have to worry about we don't have to prove anything anymore. Like we can do what we want, and we can focus on the music, and we can focus on encouraging and inspiring other people. We
That's
can
it.
focus on getting others to have their dreams and to look at us and other quartets and say, I want to do that. And that's kind of what our mission is, and
100%.
what we've all committed to going forward. And that's why, like, going to Midwinter this week, we're gonna be around 600 kids, who some of them have never heard barbershop before, and we're gonna get to perform for them and put out, our best stuff, and hopefully get to see the light in their eyes and see their
That's it,
faces glow up and say, like, wow, I want to do that someday.
You'll change the path of their lives.
That's right.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
As
was ours. Our lives were changed.
I have a midwinter story.
Yeah.
2010 midwinter, January in Tampa. Who walks out on stage other than Crossroads? And I know where I was sitting. I was sitting in the mezzanine in like the third row or something like that. And they come out on stage and they just blow our faces off. Mm-hmm. And I literally said that, KJ. I turned to my friend. I said, I want to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yep.
And right after the show, like we go into the lobby, and who's in the lobby is Jim Henry.
Yeah.
And he sings a tag with us. And you have people like Gene Cockcroft who are in your hometown, and who hands you a brown paper bag with all of the Suntone records, and Vocal Spectrum comes and sings on our chapter show, and they let you sing on the street where you live with them. That was me. That was
awesome.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Over a decade ago. And that's
crazy.
special.
It's very
And that's
special.
why I do this.
they wouldn't let me sing.
No horse lords.
Anyway.
Yes. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much for
You're
coming to
welcome.
hang out. Not you. Thank you guys
Thanks, KJ.
for taking the time to come out and hang out with us.
Pleasure.
And,
Thank you.
We've been doing this a while now, 5 years, and you guys are
Almost 6.
part of the Midtown family. 6 years now.
6
almost.
almost.
Yeah, it's crazy. So before I do close out, I gotta give a little shout out. This T-shirt, 7th Hour Podcast T-shirt, was made by Heather, who owns
Heather Cryer.
Heather Cryer. Can you read that on the back?
It says customquartetstuff.com. That's customquartetstuff.com.
And
Custom quartet stuff.
Washing cold water only.
That's right.
Inside out.
No, dude, this shirt is awesome. It's very comfortable. She made these stickers, and she sent us some free 7th Hour Podcast coffee mugs and tumblers for you guys as gifts.
Awesome.
They just didn't get here in time, so I was going to give them to you. But
Thank you
Just
for
pretend that you have them,
the
though.
snow and the weather and
Just
everything.
hold 'em up, guys.
Yeah,
Hold
just
'em up.
pretend, but you'll get them. You'll
Probably
get them
here
soon
this
enough.
week,
but
maybe.
they're going to be here tomorrow.
Well,
Yeah.
and
So-
Timmy, timtracks.com.
That's right.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tracks.
YouTube, TikTok.
Wait, hold on. Are you sponsoring the podcast?
No.
Okay, move on. Next,
And,
who else are we gonna? I'm just kidding.
Horse Lord Feed and Seed.
No, seriously, go check out Tim's channel. What's the official name of the channel?
It's Tim Waurick Music. Is YouTube
and TikTok.
I think YouTube, TikTok's just Tim Waurick, and then Instagram and
nice.
Facebook is I think
LinkedIn.
Tim
LinkedIn.
don't do
LinkedIn.
No.
MySpace.
So look me up.
Got it.
All the socials.
My Quartet Midtown. We have some new merch.
That's right. We
Who's
do.
that?
My Quartet
Check out
Midtown.
this new epic shirt. Gosh, I love
It's a
that shirt
sweatshirt.
so much. It's a sweatshirt.
Wow.
We're going to be selling these at Midwinter, but this podcast will be released far after Midwinter, so it doesn't matter.
This podcast will be released midwinter of 2025.
So they'll be sold out. So
MidtownQuartet.com.
That's right. Cool. Hey guys.
Thank you guys.
Love you guys. Thank you so much,
Thanks
man.
for the invite.
Appreciate
Y'all
you
are
all being
awesome.
on here. So
Love you guys.
Thank you to the 2 people that are still watching.
That's right. Well, this isn't live, bro.
No, but
like
that
when
will
it-
be watching. Like 2 people.
Well,
will get to
David
this point.
and Emily
David
are
and
watching.
Emily,
That's right. Oh, and thanks to David, my producer.
shout out, David. Yeah.
David is a stud muffin.
He's the man.
If you keep watching these podcasts, he is the wizard behind the curtain, man. He makes all this stuff
he's
go.
incredible.
So love that guy. Cool.
He might be
All right.
asleep.
Let's go to sleep, shall we?
Right.
To bed.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right, so let's listen back to it and
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's decide what we're gonna.